Okay, I should be live. Can everybody hear me? Yes, no, maybe. Is there anybody in the room? Oh, it might actually help if I have the chat open. Maybe. Where's the chat? Why can't I see it? Here we go. Okay. Dragon Rider, welcome to the stream. All right, I'm good. And you can hear me just fine? Okay, sounds great. All righty. Yeah, I'm starting a few minutes early. First of all, I would like to apologize for everybody. Apologize to everybody for the stream being so late this week. But my week got super crazy. I was busy with a bunch of different things, and yesterday I was running errands up the wazoo, and I had a bunch of other plans. So everything was a bit nuts. So I wasn't able to do the stream until now, which is much later than I typically do it. But you know, I'm here now. We're all doing it. I also wanted to do a New Japan video specifically to preview the upcoming Dominion show. I didn't get around to doing that, but I'm going to try and knock that out sometime tomorrow, tomorrow or Tuesday. A few more videos lined up. I've got, let me just make a slight adjustment. There we go. A few more videos I've got lined up. My next What Went Wrong is going to be coming soon. I've also got my next top 10 and my next Star Wars review. So those should be the last few videos you get from me in the month of May. And then we'll just move right along from there. I got to be honest with you guys. I have watched, and not even out of spite, it was more because of how busy I was. I have watched absolutely no wrestling this week except for NXT. So I'm like, I didn't watch any Raw, didn't watch SmackDown, didn't watch Impact, didn't watch ROH. New Japan's been doing the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. I didn't watch any of that. So I'm like a little behind on a bunch of things. But, you know, when life gets in the way, crazy stuff happens. We Are Pro Wrestling. What's up? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Okay, who's ready to watch some Saturday night's main event and some Clash of Champions? Yeah. Oh, one other thing I do want to do, and this is a video that I have planned. You'll notice I'm wearing the Cobra shirt, so it kind of relates to this. I wanted to do a video specifically talking about the 80s cartoons that I grew up watching and their various reboots, returns, and reimaginings that have been coming out lately. This is largely in response to news of a new Masters of the Universe movie with David Goyer writing the screenplay. And this is especially in response to the upcoming Thundercats Roar, the new Thundercats show that'll be coming out in 2019. Basically, after I saw the preview for that series, I felt compelled to say something. So you'll be getting that video from me sometime soon. Joseph Strickland, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you on board. Please no spoilers for Deadpool 2. I'm seeing it tomorrow night. Deadpool 2 is fantastic. So yes. And there is, and you wouldn't expect it in a Deadpool movie, but there is stuff that could be spoiled. And I think going into it spoiler-free is the best way to see it. It's a very enjoyable movie. Okay. Just clicking around. Alrighty. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different on this stream. It was suggested to me last week that I put up a feed of the actual show, Clash of Champions and Saturday night's main event, so that you guys can follow along. I don't feel comfortable doing that because YouTube being what it is, they are totally going to just eat me to death and just rip my asshole a new one for doing that. So I don't feel comfortable doing that. However, what I will do, this was also suggested, I'm going to do a countdown right before we start. I'm going to ask anybody that has the WWE Network to pull up the WWE Network and follow along. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and then hit play, and then you can follow along with me watching the show, so you aren't just watching me react to it. I've got the network pulled up right now, and I'll give everybody a chance to pull up the network and follow along. My sister was a big Thundercats fan. I need to tell her about it. Oh, if she's as big a fan as I am, she's going to be very upset. I mean, I've seen some bad like reimaginings of things I like, but that looked dead on arrival. What year and date is this one? This will be Clash of Champions. We're going to start with Clash of Champions. This is going to be Clash of Champions 11, which is under 1990. And it's going to be Wednesday, June 13th, 1990. It'll be number 11, Coastal Crush. So I'm going to give everybody a moment now to, in the last few minutes before we start, I'm going to give everybody a chance to pull up the WWE Network and pull up Clash of Champions and follow along. Now, if you don't have a subscription to the WWE Network, I'm sorry. This is basically my compromise for not wanting to really put the feed up on the screen. I'll be honest, I don't even feel completely comfortable having the audio playing because YouTube has knocked me for stuff like that before. So, yeah, no. Coastal Crush sounds like a California Mountain Dew. It might be. Oh, God, that Flair JYD match. Yeah. Now, I talked about it last week. 1990 was really when the Clash of Champions, and really like WCW, NWA as a whole, really started to decline in quality. Most of the clashes up to this point have been really good, and last week's was surprisingly good. I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. But you get into this really big down period from 1990 to 1991 and into 92, where the Clash shows just get horrible, and I'm assuming that this is going to be kind of the start of it. We get into a long stretch where the Clash of Champions are pretty lousy shows. Your favorite Raw video was taken down for having those clips. Yeah, it was. Yeah. I think it was banned in, like, somebody was telling me that video was banned in Denmark or something crazy like that. That's a weirdly specific place to ban a video, but okay, all set. All right. Has everybody got the network pulled up, and is everybody ready to go? Because I'm going to count down in just a minute. Have you ever thought about redoing your favorite Raw video or any video you've ever done? Not necessarily redoing them. I've kind of toyed around with the idea of like revisiting some of those old ideas, like the top 30 WrestleMania matches. Like, how has that changed since I did it almost 5 years ago or 4 or 5 years ago? Like, how much has that list changed since then? Okay, we're going to get started. All right, pull up the WWE Network. It'll be Clash of Champions 1990, and then look for Clash of Champions 11, Wednesday, June 13th, 1990. Is it June 13th yet? Not quite. It is on this show, June 13th, 1990, but no, we're still waiting on Lucha Season 4. Okay. All right, I'm going to get started. In 3, no, wait, let's pull it up. Sorry. Okay, now we're counting down. All right. Clash of Champions 11, Coastal Crush features Junkyard Dog taking on Nature Boy Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh, boy. All right, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Hit play. I wonder if you all get the same commercial I get. Like, if we're watching Clash of Champions at the exact same time, will we get this same tap-out commercial that pops up? The worst Raws are still from 1995 or 2009. Not untrue.
We were blown away by Hurricane Hugo. Well, we're back, and so is South Carolina, and most of all, the beautiful city of Charleston.
Charleston, South Carolina. Whoa, those graphics hurt my eyes. Okay, they've got these wavy, like, colorful graphics, and they're like, whoa, that looks trippy. I feel like I just dropped acid. RoboCop 2. Oh my God, RoboCop. The greatest thing that WCW ever did. Did you know that today is the 1-year anniversary of TakeOver Chicago and the 3-year anniversary of TakeOver Chicago? It's the 1-year anniversary and the 3-year anniversary of the same show?
He wants to beat the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Can the Steiners regain the NWA World Tag Team title?
Yeah, WCW's ring. I always like their ring. I always like the way that looked. Hi, Tony. Tony Schiavone. Schiavone. You know the funny, Joseph Strickland, you know the funny thing is, 1995 is known for having these really bad shows, but I'll take the formatting from 95 over the formatting of today. Like, the problem back in 95 was that the characters and the gimmicks they were pushing, but, like, the actual structure of the show was good. Okay, Unstoppable. Okay. That makes more sense. El Gigante is going to be on this show. Oh, dear Christ almighty.
What a great night it's going to be here in Charleston. We want to remind all you fans across the country that until 8:25 Eastern Time tonight, Lex Luger.
We're getting an El Gigante match. Isn't that fun, kids? Isn't that fun?
It's going to be a tremendous night. As we said, we're coming to you live from the sold out McAllister Fieldhouse in Charleston, South Carolina. What a night it's going to be.
Oh, I also want to point out, I made a couple of mistakes on the stream last week that nobody called me on, and I'm surprised about it. But last week I said that the Samoan Savage was Fatu. That is incorrect. He's actually Tama Tonga. Oh, we got some Confederates here. The Southern boys. Some Confederate racist boys. Yeah, that gimmick's a little outdated now. Do you still think the Denver Nuggets episode is the worst Raw? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Absolutely. That show's terrible. Anyway, I made a couple of mistakes last week. I erroneously said that Fatu was the Samoan Savage. That's incorrect. It was actually Tama Tonga. And they're actually, I believe they're going to be tag team partners on this show. So that's how I realized I fucked up. And also, I said that the person that Cactus Jack attacked following his match with Mil Mascaras was Van Hammer. And I made that mistake because I know that Van Hammer and Cactus had a few matches around this time period. But no, that was not Van Hammer. That was just some guy associated with the band who's also a worker. Bad Street USA! Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Bad Street, the whole USA. Yeah, that's why I fucked up, because they're twins. Yeah, that's why I fucked it up. Oh, did I say Tama Tonga from Bullet Club? No, I've got... God, I'm just fucking up left and right with this guy. No, that's a different guy. No, Tonga Kid is who I meant. I'm so glad that they left Bad Street USA in. That is one of my favorite non-WWE theme songs. Oh, man. It's almost like I'm a racist and I think all the Samoans look alike or something. It's just I keep screwing up all their names. All right, the Freebirds going after the Southern boys. I like that the Confederates are the baby faces here. That's great. That's how you know this is Southern wrestling. Freebirds are down. Bad Street USA or DDP's theme? No, I like Bad Street USA more. DDP's theme, while it sounded good, is just a ripoff of It Smells Like Teen Spirit, as everyone's pointed out. Is that one of my favorite lines from the 2011 Muppet movie? Is that Nirvana?
Steve Armstrong's father, Bullet Bob Armstrong, of course, his brother Brad Armstrong, great competitors in professional wrestling. But it's going to be Tracy Smothers and Jimmy Jam Garvin starting it off here. Both teams like to control the tempo.
Yeah, Tracy Smothers, what is he up to these days? Oh. Wow, Garvin's got a bit of a gut there.
Former World Tag Team Champions, and in comes Michael Hayes, the right hand, but you got to keep an eye on Michael Hayes' left. It's really full of dynamite, and that DDT is what they like to set their opponents up for. Well, they got him double teamed in that corner there.
Now the corner, and here comes a crossbody. Double drop kick. The Freebirds are down. Confederacy forever. That is actually one of my favorite, because I'm thinking back on, like, Archer now. One of my favorite, like, throwaway lines. In season 1, there's an episode where the people at the spy agency, formerly called ISIS, wonder why they dropped that name, they go on strike, and Cheryl at one point says something to the effect of, like, no, we shouldn't strike. I say no union. And then in the background, you hear Krieger just yell, and they slip this line in there. Yeah, Confederacy forever. And it's just one of the best, like, throwaway funny lines I think I've ever seen. The funny thing is that in WWE 2K18, Bad Street is in the game, and so is Ric Flair's WCW theme. But you don't have Evolution's theme, Rick Rude's original theme. And yeah, Rick Rude, like, I don't understand that one at all. Like, they cut out his theme, and I was like, guys, you made that one, didn't you? Did you see or hear about the hilariously stupid tweet about Roman Reigns haters by Greg DeMarco? I did not. What did Greg DeMarco have to say about Roman Reigns haters? Sorry, I'm catching up on the comment. Goldberg's theme is probably my favorite from WCW. Yes, Goldberg's theme is awesome. One of the things I got mad at when he came to WWE is that they remixed it, and it did not sound as good. Freebirds in control.
They're going to switch. They're going to try to keep a fresh man in the ring if they can, and they're going to need it against these two.
Again, Jimmy Garvin, the veteran, going for the pin. He's got 2.5. Steve Armstrong reaching to tag.
Okay, here's the tweet. I know you hate Roman Reigns. You look at Roman and you see a man, 100%. You know it. Your girlfriend/wife knows it, and you know you can't be him. Yes. Yes, absolutely. That's totally why we don't like Roman Reigns. Yeah, it's not like The Rock was the most popular guy ever. Dude, Rock is more of like that, oh God, like, makes me jealous type of guy. Like, fuck, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Ric Flair, everyone loves Ric Flair, and he banged every chick he came across. He said that we hate Roman because we are not like Roman, or he thinks we are jealous. I mean, my God, that's... Yes, I'm jealous of Roman Reigns. That makes all the sense in the world. I mean, I could sit here all day and list examples of guys that are like, do you know how many wrestlers that have come up the pike are better looking than me or got hotter chicks than me? And I was like, yeah, I was jealous of him, but I loved him. It's like, fuck. Randy Savage is like, dude, he got Elizabeth. Good on him. If Roman is so good looking, why does he wear a vest? I have a friend who says the exact same thing. It's like, if Roman is like this, has this great look, why does he always wear a vest? And I don't think he's that defined. I don't think he has that great of a physique. And they're hiding it with the vest. Just my opinion. I mean, that's like saying, you know, I mean, I don't look at movies like that. I don't look at fucking like the Marvel movies and go, oh, I'm so jealous of Chris Evans and his good looks. Fuck that guy. Cap's my favorite, so none of what you say makes any sense. Up. Michael Hayes going for a ride off the top. Double tag. Okay. Tracy's in. Drop kick. Back body drop. Flying back elbow. I see a lot of flying back elbows in these old shows. And then you have people that say, you only hate Roman because it's the cool thing to go. It's the cool thing to do. Yeah, I've heard that one. Dude, just turn him heel. It fixes everything. I'm just saying. Tetsuya Naito, it worked for him. All right. Garvin's got the pin. But, oh, off the top. 1, 2, 3. The Southern Boys win it. Confederacy forever. That was a solid match. That was a solid tag match. I'm jealous as fuck of Ty Dillinger for being with Peyton Royce and Buddy Murphy for being with Bliss. But I don't actually hate them. If anything, I'm happy for them. Good for them. Yeah, that makes sense. I also find it hilarious when people defend Roman by bashing the guys we like. Yeah. I see a lot of that. It's like, well, you like this person. He sucks and blah, blah, blah. And that's like their only go-to. It's like, you're really not defending Roman, but okay. When did the Freebirds first form? I don't know exactly. Like early 80s, I think. Okay, so we got one good match out of the show. From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 227 pounds, Wildfire, Tony Rhodes. 1979 is when they formed. Okay. Yeah, I knew it had to be like around that time period. Oliver Humperdinck. Bam Bam! Bam Bam, dude, that guy is one of the most underrated workers. I always really liked Bam Bam, but he just never had like that sustained push. I mean, you look at his work in WWE, you look at his work in ECW, and there was a lot of talent there that just wasn't fully tapped. What did you think of this week's NXT? Really enjoyed it. I liked it. I liked the 6-man tag main event. I liked Lars Sullivan interjecting himself in the Velveteen Dream and Ricochet situation. It's a good show. Tommy Rich is going to die. Come on, Bam Bam. Beat that blonde-haired motherfucker. His only sustained push was an ECW. Yeah, and he's not, it's weird because Bam Bam's not remembered as being one of the best, like, ECW guys. It's like, I thought he was great. Could Bam Bam Bigelow have gotten Yokozuna's push in 1993? Probably. They probably could have put him in that spot and it would have worked. I love the back and forth between Ciampa and Mrs. Wrestling. That was well done, yeah. Ciampa might be the best heel in pro wrestling right now. Now, hopefully, we're past the point of, like, matches that should be squash matches going beyond, like, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Hopefully, we don't get anything like that. He beat Taz at the height of Taz's dominance and put him through the ring. Yes, he did. And I actually just watched that match a couple months ago. That was a hell of a match, the one where he goes through the ring. That was great. When does Vader come in? I believe Vader comes in, I want to say later in 91. I think that's when Vader, like, his debut match was on pay-per-view. I want to say it was Great American Bash, 91. I don't know for sure. I do remember his debut match was a squash match on pay-per-view. Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Yeah, there's a best name ever. Oliver Humperdinck. I wonder if he got that name from watching The Princess Bride. All right, Bigelow. Oh, misses the splash in the corner. Roll up. Tommy Rich. 1, 2. Tommy Rich is getting way too much offense in here. Like, I feel like Bigelow should be killing him. Has anyone in the stream seen Major Payne? Has anyone seen that movie? Because Bam Bam Bigelow had a cameo in that film, and he's great in it. All right, reverse atomic drop by Bigelow. And now he's going to murder Tommy Rich. Gorilla press slam. There you go. That movie is great. Yeah, Major Payne's awesome. I love that movie so much. It's so fucked up and weird, but I love it. Will Johnny Gargano be called Johnny Sports Entertainment by Michael Cole in main roster? Probably. Oh, Bigelow got disqualified for not breaking a chokehold. Wow, what a dick. With Mania coming back to Jersey this year, it would be great to see Bam Bam get a Hall of Fame induction. I mean, it would be nice. Tommy Rich gets the win via DQ. Yeah, that match was meh. I felt like Bigelow should have just killed him. Even if you're going to do the DQ finish, like, I think Bigelow should have just murdered him. The biggest athlete in the world. Elegante.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Coastal Crush. Jim Ross and Bob Cutler back at McAllister Fieldhouse in Charleston, South Carolina. Remember, the Great American Bash will be coming your way on Saturday night, July the 7th, from the Baltimore Arena. Be sure to call your local cable company for program availability for that major event of the summer. And one man that will be debuting there is Big Van Vader.
Oh, there you go. Great American Bash 1990. Okay, I was off a year. Jim Ross just answered the question for us. We're getting a preview package for Vader. The Mastodon. I love that fucking helmet that he wears. I don't even know what you would call that. The helmet and the shoulder pads, that looks so friggin' it looks ridiculous, but in the best possible way. Why no Great American Bash Arena in WWE games? You'd have to ask them, I guess. 1992 to 1993, Vader was the man. I cannot wait to get to the shows in 1992 when Vader starts tearing shit up, because Vader's run during that time was really something special. That wasn't much of a video package. They just showed him making his entrance.
Yes, wrestling fans, declare Vader to debut at the Great American Bash in Baltimore, Saturday, July 7th, along with the man I'm about to introduce. He is the largest athlete in the world today. He stands 7 foot, 7 inches. He weighs 435 pounds.
There he is, El Gigante. What is that outfit he's wearing? He looks like a Mortal Kombat character, but Mortal Kombat wasn't out yet. Oh my God, did Mortal Kombat rip off WCW? Vader versus Goldberg would have been a huge feud, especially with both guys in their prime. Yeah, oh my God, that match. I've already got like an image in my head of what that match would have been like. It would have been cool.
He is El Gigante. Now, ladies and gentlemen, El Gigante.
Okay, so we're not getting Gigante wrestling on this show, thank God.
I will attempt to conduct this interview in Spanish.
WCW ripped off Mortal Kombat with Glacier and Mortis. Yep, yes they did. I actually liked Glacier and Mortis. I know a lot of people didn't, but I actually kind of dug it.
El Gigante says that he is overwhelmed by the reception that he has received thus far in the United States. Ahora, El Gigante, usted va a tener muchas batallas en muchas partes de los Estados Unidos, ¿sí?
Hay planes para estar en todo Estados Unidos y lo más importante ahora es que...
Didn't Canyon play Mortis? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Canyon, there's a guy that should have made it and should have been a big star, but not saying world champion necessarily, but he should have been like a mainstay on the WWE roster for years, and he just, I don't know.
Saturday, July 7th at the Great American Bash in Baltimore. Ahora, El Gigante, usted ha preparado mucho.
God, he looks huge.
On World Championship Wrestling, no?
He looks huge. Who better than Canyon?
El Gigante has indicated that
Mortis, Glacier, Wrath, Supergiant Ninja. Supergiant Ninja. That's the best name ever.
World Championship Wrestling. And El Gigante, on behalf of all of the public, I wish you the very, very best. Ladies and gentlemen, the largest athlete in the world today. Whenever you have an opportunity, be sure to go out.
Yeah, El Gigante is a perfect example of a guy who got to push purely because of his size. I mean, you look at him and it's like, oh my God, look at this guy. But he just, in the ring, it just, no, just didn't have it. Didn't have it. Movie fan, welcome to the stream. How you doing today?
It's set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first to my right from the island of Samoa. Total combined weight, 608 pounds. Fatu, the Savage, the SST.
Fatu and the Samoan Savage, the Samoan SWAT team.
Weighing 236 pounds, Captain Mike Rotunda.
Gigante was originally going to be the Yeti in 1995. Oh, don't you mean the Yeti? It's the Yeti! Mike Rotunda and the Z-Man. Mike Rotunda is being called Captain Mike here for some reason. Okay. Not his best gimmick, but all right. Dream match: El Gigante versus Kali. Oh fucking hell! That would have been something. That would have been something, to say the least. I am so not used to a ring announcer saying with a blank minute time limit. I wish they'd do that again. Yeah, I mean, there should be time limits. Why wouldn't there be time limits? Doesn't make any sense. Mike Rotunda. Off to the ropes. Hip toss. Hip toss by Rotunda. And a drop kick by Rotunda. I am not calling him Captain Mike. I don't care how many times you call. I do not care how many times you call him Captain Mike. I am not calling that motherfucker Captain Mike. Ain't happening. What do you think of the Dominion main event? I'll have more to say when I do my New Japan preview show, but simply put, I really like that main event, and that is more than worth it to check out Dominion. But I'll elaborate more when I get in my Dominion preview video. Hopefully it'll be up tomorrow.
Exchange made, and the Savage in there against the Z-Man, who reverses the Irish whip, but he's nailed with a shoulder blow.
Down. Tom Zing.
Great agility by these big men, a great strength by the Z-Man. Scoops him up.
Drop kick by the Z-Man.
And once again, the Samoans roll outside to break that momentum. And Omo has a big part to play in these professional wrestling matches, just as in any other professional sport.
Any contest, yeah, that's right. And I tell you, the Samoans, they like it down and dirty, and that's the way they want it to be. I tell you, some of the keys in this match, Rotunda and Z-Man, they're not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe and slug it out with us.
A lot of quick tags here from the baby faces. Crossbody.
Unfortunately, Rotunda down 1, 2 and a half.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. The fuck you guys saying? All right, off to the ropes. Double clothesline by the Samoans. Blandy Borton. That's a great name. Did you hear the Revival made a surprise appearance at an NXT house show? Did they get to do something cool for once? Because the Revival, it's like, that's another great example of guys that got over huge in NXT, and then they go to the main roster, and it's like, I mean, granted, they got injured, and that caused some problems, but they're like the best tag team in the world, and they're not being treated like it for some reason. But yes, I did hear that they made an appearance at a house show. I don't know what they did, but... Revival versus Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. Was that the match at the house show? Supposedly, WWE has no interest in pushing tag team wrestling in 2018 because they don't think it's a money draw. Okay. Oh, big clothesline. So yeah, tag team, dude, it's like, it's okay. Tag team wrestling's not a draw yet. How much merch did the fucking New Day sell when they were at their peak? How much, you know, how big was the attendance when Road Warriors were top attraction? It's Jesus Christ. And here's the other thing about that. You know, and this is always my mindset, is like you need variety. You need to have different things that you use to push and make a roster complete. If you push a tag team wrestling division and make it like a star attraction, you can use that as a main event, so you can kind of not do a world title match and hold off for a later show and build up bigger matches in the meantime. Yeah, it's just it's weird. Like I keep hearing like dumb things like this, like Survivor Series. Oh, double clothesline by Captain Mike. Captain Mike's cereal. It's a peanut butter crunchy taste. I don't know why I don't know why I went to like cereal mascot for Captain Mike, but Z-Man gets the tag. Drop kick. Drop kick. Super kick. Super kick. Meeting of the minds. Oh, the Samoans. No sold it and just headbutted him back. WWE nowadays completely ignores tag team wrestling, even though back in the 80s they did a lot of tag team matches. The tag team division was always like a big deal back in the day. People loved it. Rotunda and the Z-Man won? I'm a little surprised by that. Like, okay. Clearly, if DIY and Revival can do what they did at Toronto in their 2 out of 3 Falls match at SummerSlam, they won't make any money. Not at all. I mean, it's all about promotion and making these things feel like they matter. That's the other part of it. It's like, oh, they don't draw. And it's like, well, you treat them like shit, so of course they don't draw. A lot of the wrong guys are going over on this show. We have like Zink and Rotunda going over the Samoans. You got Tommy Rich going over Bam Bam. Got the Southern Boys going over the Freebirds. I disagree with all of those. Now this next match should be interesting. Oh, we're getting a video package for Mean Mark Calloway. Or Mean Mark Callis. God, it is so weird seeing Undertaker like this. It is so weird. Big drop kick there. Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is a one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, Paul E. Dangerously Breezy.
Got Paul Heyman managing The Undertaker. How weird is that? Mean Mark.
Mean Mark.
Yeah, he's so not like The Undertaker right now. It's so weird to see him acting like this. He acts like, I don't want to say a generic big guy, but it's kind of like that. He acts like every other big guy, and he's not acting like in a way that what made him special when he went to the WWE. Oh, hi, Mark. Yes. WrestleMania 32, all the wrong people going over. Yep. And Flying Brian just got knocked down by Mean Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Paul E. Dangerously, and I am the advocate for the baddest Houston boy this side of the graveyard, Mean Mark Callis. Flying Brian trying to fly his way out of this. Drop kick. Mark, you're mean. Yeah, Mark is mean. Big elbow by Mean Mark. God, I'll tell you what's really throwing me off here, seeing Undertaker in like the short tights. It's like he just doesn't look like Taker. It's really weird. Brian. Hometown kid. No. Sidewalk slam. No. Flying Brian flips out of it. Ducks the clothesline. Ducks it again. Crucifix. Can he get him over? No. Rams him into the corner. Big body slam by Mean Mark. Elbow drop time.
Mean Mark, scheduled as we speak to take on Lex Luger at the Great American Bash.
You know what? Like, Mean Mark doesn't look that green here. Like, he doesn't look like incapable as a worker. All Mark needed was to never tan, grow his hair out, not sell, and become one of the biggest names ever. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much what they did with him. Not looking like Taker. Do you mean Mania 30 onwards? No, I mean more like how he would look later this year. He would debut as The Undertaker later this year. And it's like even within the same year, he just doesn't look like Taker. Did you know that Paul Bearer used to call Undertaker Wendy because of his red hair? I'd heard Paul mention that on a shoot interview once. That's pretty funny. One, two, no. Flying Brian will not go down. All right, Flying Brian coming back. Nice shot. Sidewalk slam. Boom. Running sidewalk slam. Barely kicked out there. Undertaker's fear of cucumbers. Yeah, I've heard about that too. That's funny. Oh, goes into the eyes. Mean Mark Callis had a non-televised match with Sting in September 1990 before he left the WWF, left for the WWF. So technically we got Sting versus Taker. Yeah, but nobody saw it. So leg drop, but missed. What were your thoughts of Undertaker versus Rusev in the casket match? It was there. It was one of those matches. It happened. It wasn't a train wreck or anything. It was just one of those matches like, that happened. Chop by Brian. Over the top, skin the cat. Big missile drop kick by Flying Brian. Oh, and he drop kicked Paul Heyman. Flying Brian. Big chop. Oh, that was a little sloppy. I don't know what happened there. A little miscommunication there. Crossbody. Oh, but Taker caught him. Oh, draped him over the top rope. All right. Mean Mark wins off of what was essentially a stun gun. Not a bad match, actually. Take a good look. Yeah, now I know why they made him the Undertaker, because Mean Mark, not that great at trash talking. How would you have handled Undertaker-Sting feud in the late 90s? Lord of Darkness versus The Crow would have been an epic spectacle. I would have made it that spectacle. Like, you know what you saw with, like, Undertaker and Kane, like, shooting lightning at each other? I would have done shit like that. Just make it, like, wild and crazy. If you had Taker in his prime, would you rather see him feud with Demon Balor, Aleister Black, or Broken Matt Hardy? Oh, geez. For the promos, Broken Matt Hardy. For the match, probably Demon Balor.
Right here, Sting told us wherever the Nature Boy Ric Flair would be, you
Two dudes with attitudes. Shawn and Diesel? Now, we're actually heading into Great American Bash 1990. That is where Sting would have finally won the WCW Championship and become a world champion, putting him in the spot that he should have been in probably a year earlier, but, you know. I would have had Ultimate Warrior right Undertaker versus Sting. Oh my God, that would have been amazing. It would have made no sense. It would have been great. Broken Matt Hardy voice. The Man of Death, Undertaker. The Badass of America, yes. It was still the NWA title. It was so confusing back then. It's like, wait, are you the NWA or are you WCW? Make up your damn mind. And they ultimately had that weird situation with like the international world title and the WCW title. I'm like, none of this makes any sense. It's confusing. Here we go. The Midnight Express versus the Rock and Roll Express for the United States NWA Tag Team Championship. In 2K15, you can play the body bag match between Undertaker and Warrior. That's awesome. This stock music, I know I keep harping on this, but this one's lousy. The U.S. tag titles as opposed to the Japanese or Mexican or English tag titles. Yes. Yes, every country has its own tag champions. All sanctioned by the NWA. God, this music is just, oh, fuck me. So bad.
The Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express, I saw this rivalry develop in the old Mid-South wrestling area. When these two teams came together, it was...
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't these two teams have a match at Survivor Series 93? Or am I misremembering that? I think it was at least the Rock and Roll Express for like the Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag titles. I remember them working. It was the Midnight Express, wasn't it? I'm going to look it up. Okay, it was the Heavenly Bodies that faced him for the Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag titles at Survivor Series. Okay. Okay.
Tell you how I matched this up. I said size even. I said experience even. It's not a factor. Speed and quickness even. I like them both. They're both.
Wonder where the Dynamic Dudes are. Why aren't they on this show? Did they not last?
I'll tell you what, I think the deciding factor is the man in polyester with a pink necktie outside. He always is at his best on nationally televised events, and especially when all the chips are on the line. And indeed they are here.
A nice arm drag.
He says the baddest man in Decatur, Alabama, Jim Cochran's watching this broadcast tonight. Well, I tell you, they can't get a tougher than Bob Eaton, though. He lays at the top. What a champ coming up this capacity crowd.
The Dynamic Dudes are probably busy in some school talking about people power. What were your thoughts on Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness gimmick? Parts of it I really liked. I thought the whole idea of evolving Undertaker into this satanic cult leader was interesting, and they did some cool stuff with it. However, I also didn't like when it transitioned into the corporate ministry phase, and ultimately he was just a suck up to Vince, and it was like, it's kind of lame. But Not the worst thing Taker's ever done, but it wasn't the best either. Nice hip toss. Rock and Roll Express. Oh, look at this. Head scissors takedown.
Robert Gibson showing you that the Rock and Roll Express has got the moves too, as he went with that flying head scissors to that takedown and had the scissors locked in tight on Eaton as they were on the mat. Now he's in trouble, Jim.
Crowd chanting, rock and roll, staying in it.
People power.
Home court advantage. Like the Citadel playing basketball here.
God, that was the worst thing ever. It's like, why are we giving John Laurinaitis another run? Why is he main eventing a pay-per-view? I hate you. I hate all of this. Oh, nice kick to the back of the head. Stan Lane dominating. Did you hear that even Jim Carrey is yelling about how Roman needs to turn heel and be the worst person ever? I mean, Jim Carrey's a lunatic, but on this, blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while, right? Heel Michael Cole. Oh my God, here was the problem with that. The shitty back and forth between him and Lawler for the entirety of a full episode of Raw. It was just, they just wouldn't shut up. All right. Leapfrog. Hip toss, reversal. Ricky Morton. Ooh, nice slap. Misses in the corner. Nice back body drop by Ricky Morton. Nice arm drag.
Ricky Morton is a master of technique and leverage because it's obvious that he is not the biggest man in wrestling. His heart may be, but his stature he is not. But he is as tenacious as any competitor I've ever been around in any sport, any level. And he's got those tools that you need.
This is the worst. Michael Cole arguing with Jerry Lawler about John Laurinaitis. Oh, God. Yeah. God forbid, they actually do their jobs and call the matches and disagree with each other once in a while. No. They got to whine, bitch, and moan about whatever Vince is telling them to whine, bitch, and moan about at each other. Steve Austin, Jim Ross, and even Jim Cornette have all said that Roman needs to turn heel. I mean, yeah. Rock and Roll Express in their prime versus Hardy Boys in their prime. That would have been interesting. Rock and Roll, they're in control here. Atomic drop. Oh, Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton just cracked heads. They okay? Arm drag. Oh, Stan Lane gets out of it. Bobby Eaton gets a tag. And, oh, no, blocked an arm drag. Ricky Morton's in trouble.
It's a Midnight Express slowing it down somewhat and controlling the action. Beautiful Bobby.
He's got Morton sort of tied in up in that top turnbuckle as he hit his legs up into the rope.
Heel commentators, I don't mind heel commentators. It's just they've got to like they got to do it in the way that like Jesse or Bobby Heenan would do it. Whoa, whoa. Nice counter out of a superplex. Oh, no. Oh. But yeah, getting back to my point, they've got to be like what Heenan would do or Ventura would do or what King would do when King was good. You know, put the guys over or find a way to put the guys over and not like make the show about themselves and not like constantly shit on everything to the annoyance of the audience. This is how I would turn Roman heel. Have Vince help Roman win the Universal title, revealing he was behind Roman and then pretended to hate him for Roman to be popular. I mean, why lie? That's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, you're basically just telling the truth with that scenario. Why lie? You're just telling us what we already know. Trying to make Roman like the anti-corporate guy is hilarious because we all know he's the guy that got picked.
Casual fans, knowledgeable fans thought when the Rock and Roll Express left the NWA for a sabbatical, it's in the last of them. And when they came back, it wasn't the most popular move. A lot of fans thought, you know, why do we want to see the Rock and Roll? Well, they have recaptured the hearts through hard work and great effort.
Oh! Interesting double team there from the Midnight Express.
Shown tremendous athletic ability. Some of the moves that he's been putting on have just been unbelievable. And it's taking double teams from Midnight to overcome that.
Big suplex.
Depending on what poll you look at, either of these teams are considered the number one contender for the World Tag Team Championship, currently held by Ron Simmons and Butch Reed, the Team of Doom. We're going to be seeing that team a little later again. Between the World Tags in the rematch against the Awesome Steiner Brothers.
Next snap. Big elbow drop. Midnight Express is in control.
Expert at utilizing the count. We'll talk about that, what we mean. There's a near fall. They have a count of 4 to get out of the ring.
They'll stay right there to 3.5 each time, too. They know exactly how to do it.
One thing that makes me mad is that Roman is whining about getting screwed and they expect us to cheer him, except that Bret Hart did that and they turned him heel. Yeah, right? Bret Hart did the exact same thing and that's what turned him heel. Big hot tag. Gibson's in there. Oh, knee lift. The Midnight Express, they're getting knocked around like crazy. That was not a great flying clothesline, but okay. Oh, up and over. Down goes Morton, down goes Bobby Eaton. Gibson gets he goes for a figure 4, but gets flipped out of it.
Trying to pull Eaton back out of the ring.
Oh, Eaton gets flung into the guardrail. Oh, Ricky gets knocked off the apron by his own partner, accidentally. Gibson's got a sleeper hold. Bobby Eaton sneaking up from behind. Cornette had the referee distracted. Well, that's it. 1, 2. No! Gibson kicks out. Double drop kick by the Rock and Roll Express. 1, 2. Stan Lane hooked the arm of the referee on the 3 count. Double back body drop by the Rock and Roll Express. Double clothesline on Stan Lane. Double clothesline. Referee has lost all control of this. Yep, there we go. Rock and Roll Express win it, but they win by disqualification, do not win the titles. Funny thing is, Roman is Triple H's pet project. He ain't doing so hot with him.
Wrestling fans, the following contest, it is set for one fall.
That was a good match, though. I enjoyed that. It's always nice to see the Rock and Roll Express and the Midnight Express. They've had much better matches together, but that one was solid.
The world's strongest man,
Doug Furnace. God, what's he up to these days? Where's he?
representing the Horsemen from Sweetwater, Texas. Weighing 268 pounds.
Barry Windham. The Widowmaker. The Stalker.
Say you're the world's strongest man, but buddy, you got to prove it to me.
You know, Bob, was just a few years ago. Doug Furnace was a senior in high school at Commerce, Oklahoma.
Oh, shoulder tackle by Doug Furnace. Leapfrog by Barry Windham. Hip toss by Barry Windham. Furnace died in 2012. I don't remember hearing that he passed away. That's sad. I miss when wrestlers were allowed to be over, right? Don't you miss those days where they would just get over and then they would get pushed for getting over? Shoulder tackle by Doug Furnace.
Well, with these two big men like this, you know it's going to be a power match. And when you match them up, it goes like this. Power, you got to give it to Doug Furnace. He's the world's strongest man, Jim. You got to put that plus in his corner. The speed and quickness should not be a factor. They're both about the same size there. But if there's an advantage, it's experience. Put that plus over in Wyndham's corner.
Straight right hand by Barry Windham. And another. Doug Furnace from Commerce, Oklahoma origin, now living in Knoxville, Tennessee.
What was that? Doug kind of slipped on the top rope on that backflip there. But he got through it. Gorilla press slam on Barry Windham. Up and over. Rusev gets over and then he gets taken off TV and almost never wins. Yeah. Fuck you for getting over, Rusev. Fuck you. Oh, big clothesline by Furnace.
Wyndham just a half a count away from being defeated here. And the Horsemen rolling outside to regroup. The first appearance of 4 matches involving the Horsemen. 3 still to come.
Well, when you talk about pluses and minuses, another plus you got to put in the corner of Wyndham, of course, is the fact that he is a Horseman. The match is very young, and as the match gets to the
flips him over. Barry Windham's getting tossed around like a rag doll.
I would not be surprised. Oh, taking his toll on Barry Windham. Windham goes up the line, the arrow ship. With the knee to the solar plexus, thumbs.
Big clothesline. Windham takes Furnace down. Have you heard that Sasha Banks wishes that she was back in NXT because she enjoys it more than the main roster? I haven't heard that. I wouldn't be surprised if it was true. Because I would enjoy being in NXT more too.
Mike Campbell, the son of South Carolina's governor, Carol Campbell, here at ringside. Sit on the front row. We'll get a shot of him a little bit later. Great player of the NWA.
Suplex. Wyndham hits it.
There he is. You look at prove it, but his strength is uncanny.
Yep.
He's a package of dynamite.
He's a package of dynamite. I call my package dynamite. The ladies love it.
I told Doug before we went on the air, I said, you know, you're always going to be the second greatest athlete ever to come from Commerce, Oklahoma. Reason being, that's where the legendary number 7 for the Yankees, Mickey Mantle, is from. Inside
Sloppy roll up. Inside cradle. No. Wyndham kicks out.
That's 3 times. Furness has had Wyndham for a 2.5 count.
In 30 minutes, the Lixman is going to have a Q&A corner. I'm going to go over there when he is live and take a listen in. Okay, that's cool. She's gone on podcast talking about what a bad environment it is on Raw and how she almost never has any idea what she's doing until like an hour before the show starts. Jesus. Explodes in 20 seconds. Yeah. I'm Doug Furness. Belly to belly suplex. 1, 2. No. Wyndham kicks out. Jim Ross keeps mispronouncing his name. He keeps saying Doug Furness. Snap power slam that almost took Wyndham down on his head. Terrible drop kick. Yeah, Doug Furness, I'm getting a Ted Arcidi vibe from here. He's strong and has a great physique. Yeah, but he's not that good. Reverses a suplex. Barry Windham with a back suplex. 1, 2, 3. Feet on the ropes. Barry Windham wins in a kind of sloppy match. Meh. Sasha sent out a tweet after the Revival's recent NXT appearance and said, "Can I come next time?" Oh, shit. Wow. Okay, I'll be back in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming back, Lex Luger, Big Sid Vicious next at the Clash of Champions.
All right. Lex Luger versus Sid Vicious is next. So I'm going to eat one of my protein bars. Sid Vicious is in a tux. That's adorable. I like that. I like that. It's so weird seeing Sid Vicious in a tux. God, I forgot he was in the Four Horsemen. That's right. I mean, Sid's better than Paul Roma, right? Or Steve Mongo McMichael. Half the brain that you do. I want to hear Psycho Sid have a promo battle with Scott Steiner. I would literally pay money for that. It's like they don't have to wrestle. I just want to hear them have a debate. I don't even care what the debate is about. I just want to hear Sid Vicious and Scott Steiner yell at each other. The babyface, Lex Luger. Why doesn't he have the belt with him?
Yeah, and only now calling Vicious over to say
Clothesline on Sid. Luger, 1, 2. Did he just pin Sid in like 20 seconds? That's a good way to make your monster look like shit. Wow, that was fast. What did you think of the segment on Raw where Bret Hart shoved Vince down and started yelling and started cursing up a storm? I thought it was great. It was one of those moments that felt real. And it was like, oh shit, some serious stuff is going down. He's fat! Ric Flair preferred Roma and Mongo and the Horsemen than Sid. Well, yeah.
and the United States champion was victorious over the Horseman, Big Sid Vicious.
And this crowd here in Charleston, stunned by
You
the
gotta make
outcome.
Luger
Quick outcome
look
of that
really
match.
strong.
Say Vicious had not seen Luger coming. Fans will be coming to you again.
It's like, okay, Punk, you're going over in a 3-on-1 handicap match, but you gotta make Roman look really strong. You gotta make Roman look really, really strong.
In the world in Baltimore, and it's always great to go there for a pay-per-view. And on July 7th, what an event that's going to be. And all of you fans around the country, of course, Jim, they can take part in that. They can see that great action. They can see it by calling your cable company.
We encourage you to do that, ladies and gentlemen. And when we come back, still to come, Ric Flair to meet the Junkyard Dog. Arn Anderson takes on Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And the World Tag Team Championship is still to come. And we'll be back with these great fans in Charleston, South Carolina, right after this time out.
Can't wait to come back, Jim. The story Punk tells about going over a TLC always makes me laugh because of how he tells it. Yeah, it's hilarious. Or just give Bob Holly the belt and he can beat everybody. Yep. The Steiner brothers. It's tag title time. Who? Now, in the last show, the Steiners and Doom had a really good match with both the titles and Doom's masks on the line. Now here we are. Doom are the tag team champions. They're unmasked as Ron Simmons and Butch Reed. But the Steiners are looking to reclaim the titles. Steiners versus Authors of Pain. That'd be cool. Just to watch them like suplex the holy hell out of those big hosses. What the fuck? Okay. That was a weird, like, intro video for Doom. Doesn't really match the music, but all right. Ron Simmons and Butch Reed. With Theodore Long, who I don't see. Where's Theodore Long? God, the way Doom are dressed, they kind of look like the Acolytes. They kind of look like they're dressed like the Acolytes almost. Sarah Logan or Zelina Vega. I will take both gladly at the same time. I don't care. Oh, there's Teddy. There's Teddy. Holla, holla. Nice sign from the fans there. Cute little bulldog sign for Rick Steiner, I think. Holla, holla. We're having a tag team match. Playa. TBS, tough body Scotty. Nice sign there.
And the team of Doom, the World Tag Team Champions, what an imposing team they are. They're so big, so strong and powerful.
Love the Steiners, man. Steiners are so cool. There's my boy Scott. My love and appreciation for Scott Steiner is just bizarre, but I'm such a huge mark for the guy.
And we expect to see that much, or if not even more, here on this national broadcast on TBS.
Rick Steiner was an American Bulldog. He was the dog-faced gremlin. All right, Scotty is starting off with Ron Simmons. They're beating the crap out of each other. Up, Scotty gets a... Oh my God! Backflip, a backflip body slam. And he does it to Butch Reed. Yeah, Scott Steiner, he sucked. He always sucked. He was a shitty worker and was terrible and never did anything good in wrestling. Never did. His run in 2003 negates everything he ever did.
But Jim, the extensive amateur background of the Steiners and their family togetherness, I think it really makes the experience factor a plus for them. They've been together obviously all their life. They're brothers.
Just look at Royal Rumble 2003. That's all anybody needs, right? I mean, it feels that like that match happened and it's like Scott Steiner's entire career was negated. And it's not fair. It's completely not fair. Especially since I've seen some of the greatest workers in the history of the business have completely shitball matches. And it doesn't affect their standings as legends. Actually, if memory serves me right, we're going to see Ric Flair have a shitty match in the main event of this show. But nobody cares. Nobody doesn't fucking care. But for some reason, Scott Steiner... I mean, I've seen Triple H have, like, some of the worst matches of all time, but it's never his fault for some reason. Shawn Michaels had a shitball match. I'm trying to think, like, what are some of the worst matches? I didn't like his match with Bulldog at Beware of Dog, but that's forgivable because of the situation they were in. I wasn't a huge fan of the Rockers versus Orient Express at WrestleMania 6. I thought that was just kind of a weak sauce match. Shawn and Marty at Royal Rumble 93 wasn't nearly, I wouldn't call it a shitball match, but it was nowhere near as good as it should have been. Backslide, no. Ronnie kicks out. Hip toss. I'll be honest, like Shawn had a match with Kane in 2004, I want to say 2003, 2004. And I thought that match wasn't very good. So it happens. It happens. Weren't both Steiner and Triple H injured going into the Rumble match? Why does Scott get all the blame for it? Scott gets all the blame for it because of Triple H's standing in the company, because of the fuck WCW mindset that, comes across from time to time. It was a bunch of different factors, but yeah. When did the Rocker split happen? That happened in either late 91 or very early 92. Because let me put it this way. They were still together at Survivor Series 91. Oh, belly to belly by Rick. Ron Simmons goes flying. Yeah! Woo, woo, woo! And Shawn Michaels was in the 92 Rumble as a single star after doing the whole thing. So I believe it happened either like really, really early 92 or super, super late 91. Do you think if Shawn Michaels' back injury in 98 had ended his career, do you think he would have gone down as one of the all-time greats? I think so. Yeah, I think he would have been fondly remembered, and he would have been like a legend. I think when he came back, it extended his legacy and his body of work and pretty much made him famous for a whole new audience, but I think he'd still be, like, revered. They taped the Rocker split and were still teaming on house shows until it aired. Yeah, I guess that makes sense in a way. God damn, the Steiners are so awesome. Right to the eyes. Butch Reed and Rick Steiner in the ring. Irish whip. Ducks out of the body slam. Rick Steiner with a roll up. 1, 2, no. Steiners versus Rockers. That would have been awesome because the Steiners would have just thrown them around like rag dolls. Like, oh, he ducks out of the ring. Oh, sneak attack clothesline. Ron Simmons on Rick Steiner. Oh, Steiner's getting beat up, or Rick Steiner's getting beat up outside the ring. All right, front face lock. Oh, swinging neck breaker. Ron Simmons, yo. Oh, that was Reed. I'm sorry. What are they chanting? They're chanting peanut hair? What? Peanut head at Butch Reed. That's an interesting chant. It's almost like Owen Hart being called a nugget. I was like, that's an interesting thing to chant at somebody. Are you seeing Solo this weekend? I'm seeing it. Yes, I'm seeing it next week. I believe I've got tickets to opening night. I'm not sure. Somebody bought the tickets. I gotta get an update from him. But yeah, it's be interesting. We're gonna be seeing it. My hopes aren't very high for the Solo film, but we'll see. Honestly, I'm more excited for the anime Godzilla film. It got released in Japan this weekend. I've been told it's very good, so I can't wait until it shows up on Netflix. Oh, Rick Steiner gets rammed into the ring post. Peanut head, peanut head, peanut head. It's infectious. Oh, Rick Steiner goes for a back body drop. Did not connect. Body slam by Butch Reed. I'm not a nugget. I'm a black heart, a winner, a soul survivor. Woo! Double underhook suplex. I watched Planet of Monsters with my dad a few weeks ago, and he said that the next one should be really good. That was kind of my feeling on Planet of the Monsters, where it's like, it was okay, but not that great, but it ended in such a way that I'm like, okay, the next one is going to be fucking great if everything goes the way I'm thinking it's going to be. All right, come on, Rick. I look like a damn roadside. I remember that bit. Oh my God, that was so good. The Nation parody, that was so great. All right. Rick Steiner with a double axe handle. Get the tag, get the tag. Scott's behind you. I'll tell you what, Doom might be the well, not might be. It's probably the best run that Butch Reed ever had. This is actually Doom's a pretty solid team. Drop kick by Scott Steiner. Another drop kick. Let's see a Frankensteiner. Oh, they mistimed that. I think they were going to do like a meeting of the minds, but Butch Reed was out of position. Power slam by Scotty. Takes a shot at Butch Reed. Who'd you like to see return the most? Biollante, Space Godzilla, or the Smog Monster? Biollante. Biollante was one of the best monsters that they ever designed, and I would love to see Biollante come back. There's a lot of monsters from that 80s and 90s period that have never made a comeback, and it'd be like, come on, guys. Big superplex by Scotty. Referees lost control of this one. 2. There's a double pin, but Scotty was the legal man, not Rick. Yeah. Yeah, that's the right call because Rick got a pin and Doom got a pin, but Rick wasn't the legal man, so the referee called that right. Good match. Good. I don't think it's as good as their titles versus masks match from the last show we watched, but it was good. Doom versus Demolition could have been badass. Yeah, right? Right? Doom versus Demolition. I'd have loved to see that. Okay. Let me go. Throw some trash away. Apartment clean.
So now Scott Steiner is down. He was the legal man in the ring. And right there you see it. Well, it's going to go down. It's the right call. Unfortunately, I didn't see the object. But Simmons legal. Scott Steiner legal. Unfortunately, the Steiners have gone down. And then let's go to Tony Schiavone with the biggest dog in wrestling.
The biggest dog in wrestling. The Junkyard Dog. Demolition versus War Raiders. That'd have been cool. I'm going to beat you just like I own you. Jesus Christ. That's such... Wow. That's a harsh line.
I'm going to have the 4 baddest dudes in the world looking out for the dog's back. That's the bad dude with the attitude.
All right, the dude with the attitude. All the fans all over the world behind the Junkyard Dog. His chance is coming up, and coming up next, Arn Anderson against Paul Orndorff on Clash of Champions 11.
Mr. Wonderful versus Double A, Arn Anderson. So we've got 2 more matches. We've got Paul Orndorff versus Arn Anderson, and we've got JYD versus Ric Flair for the NWA World Title, which sounds bizarre. Did JYD ever return to WWF after his run in WCW? No, he did not. I don't remember ever seeing him anyway. Oh my God, this music for Paul Orndorff. No. No. No! Oh my God, that's so bad. Okay, when Paul Orndorff, because I know he's going to show up in some of these clashes coming up, when he gets to that Mr. Wonderful theme that he uses, when he goes heel, does the network have that song? Please tell me they do. Are you going to sing JYD's theme when he comes out today? Don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. 4. Double A, Arn Anderson. What is it? This is weird. Like, okay. So Anderson comes out with the TV title belt, but Luger didn't come out with the U.S. title belt earlier, even though they're not defending the titles, so it doesn't matter. But did you hear the story of Vader getting heat with Mr. Wonderful? I've heard that they had heat. I don't know the exact details of their heat, though. That Orndorff theme on this show might not have been stock music. Oh, God. Jesus. Samoa Joe said he was a big fan of Arn Anderson when he watched wrestling. I think a lot of people were fans of Arn Anderson. I think I've said this before, but of the four horsemen, Anderson was my favorite worker. Anderson was the worker I liked the most of the four horsemen. Flair was the best character, but Anderson, I just loved his style. Like, the way he executed things, the way the moves looked. I mean, he was just a great, great worker. And perfect as like that enforcer character for the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, but only Anderson and that little T-to-T he had there with Sid Vicious, which we really think cost Vicious the match against Luger.
Got him up by Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Double A Arn Anderson trying to get underneath and turn away from that stress and that pressure. But Mr. Wonderful holds on. He's got great strength. He's always prided himself on keeping himself in excellent condition. Nicely brought there by Arn Anderson.
Arn Anderson has said his son might go into wrestling, so we could have a second-gen horseman with Charlotte and Tessa Blanchard. That would be interesting.
That's right.
Arn Anderson, I tell you though, I am so impressed. We talked about the great technical wrestlers like Ric Flair, Barry Windham. Arn Anderson, it's right up there with the best of them as far as a strategist is concerned.
Well, and I tell you, he's very methodical in the ring.
Okay, arm wringer.
He's got a plan. He knows what he's going to do.
Reversal into a hammerlock by Mr. Wonderful.
Stick to it, come heck or high water.
Yeah, Orndorff was still in good shape at this point. So he looks great here.
Competition is the toughest in the NWA. No surprise, they've competed with the best. Arn Anderson very dangerous in this posture right here. Look at Mr. Wonderful's got that right hand cocked. I think he's a natural southpaw, though.
He is, and boy, can he throw that left hand. He's got a lot of power in that left hand. It just explodes right on the jaw of the chin whenever he lands it. And I tell you,
Headlock.
by that name, the enforcer,
Paul Orndorff is just grinding on that headlock. Anderson's got a handful of hair. No, let's go.
Paul Orndorff wanted me to say hello to great fans and his great friends in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Bounce off the ropes. Here we go.
Fayetteville, Georgia.
Hip toss. Orndorff blocks it. Reversal. Backslide. 1, 2. No.
And he's quickly backed up.
Shoves. Blocks a shot. Orndorff gets some shot in on Anderson. Down he goes.
Anderson has taken 3 right hands. There's a little spaghetti leg as he gets back in the ring. And he'll be waiting on Orndorff.
Orndorff kicked Vader's ass when he was wearing flip-flops. That's hilarious. Sleeper hold by Orndorff. Anderson is fading, getting sleepy. Bounce off. Nope. Now a sleeper hold by Anderson. Orndorff rams him into the top turnbuckle. Pin attempt. Misses. Gets a 2.
Each other scouted very well, Jim. They know the moves. They know what they're going to be able to do and how they're going to counter it. And so far, they've done it great.
Tony Schiavone will be talking to the Horsemen, specifically Ric Flair. A little bit later in the broadcast, prior to the World Championship.
Figure 4 leg lock. Orndorff's got it locked in. I'm shocked that they let him do that with Flair on the roster and is like the world champion. What do you think of Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax at Money in the Bank? I feel like they're doing, if Ronda's going to win the title, I feel like it's too soon. I feel like, what was wrong with the feud with Mickie James? Why not just keep doing that and have them have a pay-per-view match? This just feels so out of nowhere. The whole Vader goes AWOL story was to cover Vader's termination. I remember watching that, yeah, because he was supposed to be on Hogan's team at the War Games match at Fall Brawl 95 against the Dungeon of Doom. Okay, what's Orndorff doing now? I got to ram his leg into the ring post. Yup. I like Shayna Baszler more than Ronda Rousey right now. Shayna's doing really well in NXT, I think. She's got this nasty bitch, like, badass character going for her right now.
I notice from time to time, Mr. Wonderful will look toward the locker room area because we know that the Horsemen are infamous for getting involved.
You can't blame him. It's got to be
Spinebuster by Arn Anderson. I already said that, Jim. God. Get at my speed. I don't care if this makes me weird. I find Shayna Baszler kind of hot. Hey, whatever floats your boat, man. I'm not going to judge. A few years ago, I had a fat fetish, so who am I to judge? More cushion for the pushing.
That's one of his great offensive weapons. That's Spinebuster. And continuing to work on the lower back is Arn Anderson and a perfectly executed backbreaker. Stomping away in the lower back area of Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
You better believe that the Horsemen or the Andersons, if they get you hurt.
See, here's the thing. I would save Ronda's title match for WrestleMania next year because all the talk that it's going to be Charlotte versus Ronda for the title at Mania, possibly in the main event spot. I would save Ronda's title win for that. But, you know, whatever. Did you like the Piggy James storyline? Not really. I thought it was kind of dumb. Some people just say, oh, that's mean that they're saying she's fat and everything. It's like, okay, Arn Anderson got his tights pulled down. Got a full moon there. The Piggy James storyline, yeah, it was, I mean, I understand it's like you got to get heel heat on the heel and everything. I just thought the whole storyline was dumb. Like, it was so, like, childish, I thought. It's like, okay, whatever. I didn't really care for it, but whatever.
He's got a pain threshold extremely high. No matter how bad he's hurt and how bad he's hurting, he'll always be on the attack.
I think Arn Anderson mooning the crowd has been the high spot of the match so far. This is, again, I like both guys, but this match has been a little dry. I was kind of hoping this would be a nice surprise, but so far it's been kind of dry.
We'll be back in town this Thursday, and we're excited about Father's Day, Mr. Wrestling 2. One of the special referees, and perhaps his last time ever in the Omni on Father's Day night. Well, Andrew, you know, I've never seen, I used to referee these matches, I never had someone admit that they broke the rules.
No, Jim, we never will, I don't believe. And here again, Arn is going to the...
Oh, Arn's got his arm on the abdominal stretch there. Referee catches him. Snapmare. Knee drop by Arn.
No way he was going to hold him in that. He was able to kick out. He didn't have...
Yeah, a lot of people do like blondes. I've never been, I'm more of a brunette person, but, you know.
At least a man like Orndorff, who knows what to do and is thinking all the time.
Kinlock by Double A. And still to come, the heavyweight championship of the world will be at stake.
Okay, now here's my dumb question. Why are they doing JYD versus Flair for the title when they've got Sting versus Flair for the title coming up at the Great American Bash?
What a contrast, I'll tell you.
I tell you, that dog's got a big fight too, Jim, at his junkyard. That's going to be a great one.
Mr. Wonderful keeps fighting back, and Arn Anderson buries the knee into the ribs. He used that spine buster earlier in the match, followed with a backbreaker. And those knees into the ribs. And now he's working with that abdominal cavity there in the rib area. Arn Anderson.
Bad timing on that shot there. Atomic drop. Orndorff making a comeback, but they clunk heads.
The back of Anderson's head smashed flush into the face of Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. They are both down. They're both in a 10 count to rise to their feet.
JYD is one of Sting's dudes with attitudes. That's such a silly name. Santana Garrett is hot. Yes, yes, she is. I fully agree.
Anderson is up at 8. The referee will say now wrestle. Who can regroup the fastest? Who is the most resilient?
Wild left hands from Arn Anderson. Neither one found the mark.
Swinging wildly. And Mr.
Boom.
Winds up. Big right hand by Paul Orndorff, who steps on the second turnbuckle and will deliver some high impact.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arn Anderson blocks it.
Is inverted atomic drop block. Comes back with some left hands. Mr. Wonderful takes it.
Side headlock. Pushes off to the ropes. Drop down by Orndorff. Big elbow to the face by Orndorff.
His running lights have been dimmed, and there's an elbow drop to the solar plexus.
Toni Storm is my ideal woman right now. She likes wrestling, same music as me, and is a hot Australian blonde. I thought she had a really good look at the Mae Young Classic. I'm a little surprised she hasn't come back, but is WWE going to bring her back? Ah.
At this juncture, it can still go either way. Orndorff cannot hold.
Yeah, the dudes with attitudes, they're up there with the Union as one of like the weakest stables ever. Clothesline. We're a union of people you ought to respect, son. I guess we do have a name. Up yours. Oh, miss. Anderson gets the knees up. Two. Orndorff, 2. Okay, Orndorff reversed an inside cradle and got the pin. The match was overall. And I like both guys, but that one just didn't click. A little surprised that that Orndorff got the win. That's a little surprising, but you know. Though I'd give up any blonde for Katrina. I mean, who wouldn't want a piece of that? Toni Storm is signed for some shows next month. WWE is clearly interested in her, but I think contract issues might be there. Okay, I mean, I think she'd be a good fit. Okay, main event time coming up next.
Champions, I tell you what, Ollie Anderson, the Horsemen aren't faring too well.
I tell you what, you got a smart look on your face right now. I've listened to Sting. I've seen what Liver can do. I've seen what Orndorff can do. But now you're going to get the treat of the night. You're going to see what the champion can do. And I'll tell you, there's no way in the world that the Horsemen are ever going to let anybody take that belt away from the world's heavyweight champion, Ric Flair.
Woo!
There's no question, the Junkyard Dog, he's ready for this encounter tonight. Well,
I also find all 3 Riot Squad members hot. Ruby Riot doesn't do it for me, but the rest of them aren't bad. Ham Solo, hello, welcome to the stream. How you doing, buddy? Are you mad at Cage for getting Melissa Santos pregnant and not you? No, I say good on him. It's like, good for you, dude. Even though he lost.
Now look at reality and look at the bottom line. JYD, you, Sting, Luger, anybody else that wants to jump on this, remember one thing. Woo! Whether you like it or you don't like it, learn to love it because it's the best thing going today.
Woo! Okay. Here's a match I bet you never thought you'd ever see. JYD versus Ric Flair. I'm going to beat you like I own you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the World Heavyweight Championship. It is for
Ham Solo, I'm doing good, man. How about you? I'm doing great today. Watching some Clash of Champions. Going to finish up with some Saturday night's main event right after we're done here. No singing the JYD's music. That's his WWE theme. That's the one I sang. I don't even know if he's on the next show, the Saturday night's main event. I don't think he is. That graphic of Ric Flair is hilarious. That is hilarious. Look at that goofy smile on his face. Dun dun!
Champion,
I'm going to take a wild guess here. I don't think JYD and Nature Boy are going to do an hour-long Broadway. Just a guess. That might be a crazy assumption on my part, but I don't think they're going to go very long here. There's the big gold belt. One of the prettiest belts ever designed. I mean, it's just that and the Winged Eagle belt. Those are the two. They're perfect. Like you look at those belts, I'm like, I wouldn't change a thing. They're perfect. It's been nearly 30 years since the first SummerSlam. Which do you think is the best and worst main events in SummerSlam history? God. My favorite ones, I think, like Mega Powers and Mega Bucks. Brett and Bulldog is definitely up there. I like Luger and Yoko in '93. Trying to think. Brett and Taker in '97, I think, is great. Taker and Austin in '98, I really like. The three-way at 2000, I like. Oh, God. Lesnar Rock is good. I wouldn't call it one of my favorites, but it's good. Hogan Michaels, despite its dubious reputation, I was there live, and the live experience was terrific. After that, my memory gets really fuzzy on SummerSlams. Headbutt by JYD. Taker and Edge in Hell in a Cell in 2008, I believe. That was a good one. Punk and Hardy in the TLC in 2009. That was a good one. And then after that, my memory. The Nexus match pisses me off every time I think about it. That was just... Flair just did a face flop on the entranceway, like that giant ramp that they had.
Completely out, face down, under the ramp, entering the ring. I'm not real comfortable that Ole Anderson is at ringside.
I just watched your Last Jedi reveal. Do you feel the same way about it still? I'd say so, yeah. I'm not saying The Last Jedi is a perfect film, and I get why people didn't like it, but I liked a lot of the things that they did, so I appreciated it. Did you just start? And hi, Retro Kid. Welcome to the stream. We're actually at the main event of Clash of Champions, JYD versus Ric Flair. Saturday night's main event is going to be starting right after this, so you can join us for all of that. I kind of wish Charlotte would do the face flop. I don't. I'm like, no, that's your dad's thing. I feel like she should have her own identity. That's where Dustin Rhodes was brilliant with the Goldust gimmick, is that he completely went against his father's identity, which was so good for him. Thump. Knee drop by Ric Flair. But he hit him in the head, and you can't hurt JYD in the head. Did you watch Wrestling Dontaku? I did. I'll probably talk more about it when I do my New Japan video later in the week where I preview Dominion, but I did see Wrestling Dontaku. I really like the double main event of both shows. Yeah, funny thing is, my sister friggin' hated The Last Jedi, and she still talks about it as, like, the worst Star Wars movie ever made. And it's like, she keeps trying to, like, convince me that it sucks. And I'm like, Kathy, I watched it 3 times. I liked it. Sorry. Deal with it. She's, like, pissed off that I like that movie. But, you know. Flair flops again. Back body drop. Omega versus Okada 4. Yes, I am super excited for that. I'll talk more about it in my New Japan video later in the week, but I'm super excited for that match. Worst Star Wars? No, the worst Star Wars movie is the animated Clone Wars movie. That thing is fucking garbage. Like, completely irredeemable. Flair with a steel chair. And still not selling. You can't hurt JYD in the head, apparently. Best of the Super Juniors just started. Yeah, I haven't kept up with Best of the Super Juniors, but yeah, I'll see if I can watch any of that later this week. Upside down, Flair goes. Jumps to the top. Oh, JYD catches him. This is about as textbook a Ric Flair match I think I've ever seen, where he's literally just doing all his best hits. No, I do this every match. No. Just into the corner. Back body drop. Flair goes. Isn't it cool the last time we got Omega Okada was August of last year? Yeah, and they've made us wait the entire time? Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Wow, you really waited for JYD to launch off the top there, buddy. Yeah, JYD looks a little gassed and a little slowed down, and Flair's like trying to like work around him. Mountain punches by JYD. Ooh, those shots look good, though. And Ole Anderson jumps in for the DQ. Could you imagine Omega versus Okada 5 at All In? Are they going to do that? That would be interesting. That would be, yeah, get Omega versus Okada stateside. That would be cool. Makes me wish I was going to All In. But I'm not, sadly. Congratulations to them for selling out, by the way. That's really awesome. Again, I'll talk more about All In when I talk about Dominion, but yeah, it's really cool. Here comes the dudes with attitudes. Sting, Luger, Orndorff. The Horsemen going down. Do you plan on seeing Solo this Friday? Yep, got my tickets. Seeing it next week. My expectations are a little low for that, mainly because of the production hell that was surrounding the film, but yeah. We'll see. We'll see.
Sting comes back to the ring for more of it. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got more time left. Don't you go away. We'll be right back.
StubHub is selling tickets and pricing them at over $1,000. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Okay, so I believe we're getting close to the end here.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen, in Charleston, South Carolina. Phenomenal crowd. What a match we have seen. Rocky King, what do you think about it, my man?
You know what? I'm tired of 400 jumping on people. They jumped on Steve. They jumped on Lex. Now they jumped on Dog. No more, baby. Look around. The boy with the attitude is here. Right by that.
Fans, I think it's about time that Sting got his chance at Ric Flair for the heavyweight championship.
I want my chance so bad now, dudes with attitudes. We got the game plan down pat. Now we know what it takes to get the fair square match. So Ric Flair, please, I'm begging you, I don't care when. How about maybe July 7th? Baltimore, let's sign another world title match.
2,000 for a front row seat. Jesus. What do you think of Taiji Ishimori as Bone Soldier? I marked out for that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. The new Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori. It's like, all right, that's fleshes out the Bullet Club's ranks a little bit. Have you watched Backlash? Yes, I did. Was that Triple TS? Yes, I did see Backlash. I did a review of it. I fucking hated it. I thought it was terrible. Terrible show.
It will be one-on-one. No interference from the outside, Rick. Try that on for size. Once and for all, let's find out, huh?
Woo!
He wants it now, ladies and gentlemen. What had happened on July 7th?
Why does he come out now? Let's talk about it. Let's sign the match now. I'll beg you. I will get down on my knees if I have to, Rick. And I'll beg you to sign that world title match one more time.
I'll tell you, we want to see what.
Oh, here comes the Horseman. And there's Gigante, who's just standing there. Gigante is just standing there and letting the Horseman run into the ring. He's just like, oh, okay. Flair and Sting are going at it. Here we go. Sting's got his hands. They're running the credits while Sting is beating the crap out of Ric Flair. That's hilarious. Into the corner, Sting with a clothesline. Sting with the gorilla press, slams him down. Flair gets the holy hell out of there. And now Sting suplexes Flair back into the ring as we fade to black. That's a funny way to end the show. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that concludes Clash of Champions 11. Not a completely terrible show. There were some matches I liked. I liked the 2 tag title matches. I liked even like Flying Brian versus Mean Mark was a solid match, but most of it just really fell flat. The main event wasn't very good. Anderson and Orndorff was a disappointing match. I did like some of the build up there for Sting and Flair at Great American Bash, but other than that, yeah, kind of a dry show, I thought. But not like spectacularly terrible. I'm still waiting for that turn where the Clash becomes just an absolutely awful show. Okay, just keeping up with the comments. WWE is like Rematch City, bitch. Yeah, that's what they do. Backtrash? Yeah, backtrash. Yes, exactly. Have you heard that Jim Ross actually blamed the fans for the show being bad and said it was a smarky crowd because they left during the main event? Dude, they don't care about Roman. It's not their fault. You can't force them to care. This idea that they're supposed to be good little soldiers that do what they're told, it's fucking ridiculous. You give them somebody that they like. Did you watch Styles versus Nakamura on SmackDown? In my opinion, the best match they've had in WWE. I haven't watched any wrestling this week except for NXT, so no, I missed it completely. It's good to hear that they're having good matches. That's nice. What would you say is the modern-day Sting Flair feud would be with today's wrestlers? I'm not sure exactly because, back then and today is so different that they'd probably fuck up a Sting Flair feud. Who knows? All righty, guys. So that concludes the Clash of Champions, and we are going to jump right into Saturday night's main event. Could you imagine if Rocky Maivia never turned heel? Yeah, it would have sucked. Yeah, Rocky Maivia would have been your champion. It would have been the worst thing ever. All right, guys. For those of you following along, we're going to go to Saturday night's main event, and we're going to go to 1987. Maybe Miz and Rollins. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, we're going to go into 1987. Saturday night's main event, October 87. Saturday, October 3rd, 1987. Randy Savage faces the Honky Tonk Man for the Intercontinental Championship. King Kong Bundy battles Paul Orndorff, Hulk Hogan, and more. There's an important moment that happens on this show. Might be my favorite moment in Saturday night's main event history. I'm going to make a quick cup of coffee before we get started, though. I will be right back. Give you guys time to pull it up on the network and follow along. All right, coffee will be ready in a minute. How we all doing? If Austin Aries goes to New Japan, would you have him be the heavyweight or junior heavyweight title? I'd probably go junior heavyweight. I'd like to see him work with some of those guys, like Kushida and Ospreay and that type. Did you hear Sunday Night Heat was added to the network? Yes, I did. I actually saw it on my lineup here. That'll be the thing I would like to watch on Sunday Night Heat are like the pay-per-view pre-shows, because that's what Sunday Night Heat was for a while, where it was like it would be like the pay-per-view pre-show leading into the pay-per-view. So I'd like to go back and watch some of those. This is pretty cool, you watching pay-per-views and us being able to ask you whatever. Yeah, that was kind of the idea behind this. Because I wanted to go back and watch all the Saturday night's main events anyway, and all the Clash of Champions anyway, and I thought, I might as well like open up a stream and let people just communicate with me and talk to me. Yeah, the halftime Heat episode, Rockin' Mankind. I remember that. That was a fun match. All righty. Get my coffee. Coffee time. Now, time to watch Saturday night's main event. Now, you guys get to see me mark out like a bitch in this episode. I will be losing my goddamn mind here. So, enjoy. So, got it pulled up. I'm on it. Okay, everybody that's following along on the network, do you have Saturday night's main event October 87 pulled up? Because I'm going to start the countdown. Mauro Ranallo has a theme song now. I've got to check that out. That's hilarious. Okay, we are going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, play. Quick question. Something else to wrestle on the network with Bruce Pritchard. Is that show any good? Is it as good as their podcast? Because I haven't watched any of it. I've been listening to their podcast, but I haven't watched any of their network shows.
Two things are gonna happen tonight when I defend my Intercontinental title against a macho man.
I'm the honky tonk man.
Number one, I'm gonna shake, rattle, and roll you, macho man, leave you curled up in the ring like a pretzel. Humiliating, baby, humiliating. And number two, I'm gonna steal your woman. I know she likes a honky tonk man. She wants to be with me. She likes the way I walk. She likes the way I talk. She likes a winner.
It's all ever. The Macho Man Randy Savage and Elizabeth. Yeah, and Macho Madness is ready tonight more than any time before. Honky Tonk Man, you got a big.
It's good, not as long as the podcast, though. Okay. That might be like good, though, because sometimes the podcast goes a little too long. So doing like a shortened version of it. Liz looks scared to death of Randy. She's like, oh my God, he's just too crazy.
Mr. Wonderful. That's right. Mr. Wonderful got his name from me. And tonight he's going to get a lot more from one of the biggest members.
Yeah, so this is the October episode. The last episode was in May. So a lot has changed. Orndorff has left the Heenan family. Randy Savage is a face now. Honky Tonk's the Intercontinental Champion. A lot of stuff has changed. We got Sika eating a chicken. That's gross. That's really gross. That is really friggin' gross. Friggin' Hogan, dude. What do you think of WWE fans blaming indie guys for WWE pretty much sucking now? I blame creative and oversaturation for the show sucking now. Could you imagine those type of gaps between episodes of Raw, right? Because that's basically what Saturday Night's Main Event is. It's Raw, but as like an irregular special rather than a weekly show. All right, Saturday Night's Main Event. Hershey Park, we're in PA. I like it. Night of Champions. Bobby Heenan on commentary. I love it. If you're not going to have Jesse Ventura, give me Bobby Heenan. Bobby Heenan ramming into Vince McMahon. That's awesome. Fuck you, Vince. Bobby's the man. Gotta ask you, what's your favorite WWE Ric Flair match? Mine is actually his cage match against Triple H. Mine is the match with Savage at WrestleMania 8. Love that match. You should do an entire video in the high-pitched Jim Cornette voice. I think Bruce Pritchard would sue me for stealing his gimmick. Goddamn, you son of a bitch! Fuck you! How can you be so fucking stupid, you asshole? God damn you, I'll kill you, you motherfucker! Honky Tonk Man, baby.
What should I be concerned for, Mean Gene? Do you know any other manager that's managing world champions today other than yours truly, huh?
Bobby Heenan is the world's favorite Bobby. Love Bobby Heenan.
And don't forget, I'm going to steal his woman.
I'm going to steal his woman. Honky Tonk Man is one of those guys, not the greatest worker in the world, but everything else, the promos, the character, the way he plays it, the heat he could get from it, all of that is just so top-notch. You can't deny, like, they didn't do something good with him. Even though he's not the greatest worker in the world. I'm Burns and my hair slicked back and come to your town in my pink Cadillac. I'm just a honky tonk man. I'm just a honky tonk man. I'm just a honky tonk man. I'm cool. I'm cocky. I'm bad. Well, I play a mean guitar, wear blue suede shoes. You better hear me sing the skin blues. I'm just a honky tonk man. Have you heard about the Cody Vince Russo thing on Twitter? I have heard about it. I don't know all the details. What exactly happened? Whoa, Elvis. Let the honky tonk man show you how to rock and roll. Okay, we got a Savage promo. Oh, yeah. The lovely Miss Elizabeth.
In recent weeks, you have been living in a whirlwind of threats and conflicts.
I remember when Honky Tonk Man came out at Royal Rumble 2007, and I had no idea, or Royal Rumble 2001, and I had no idea who he was. I'm in the danger zone. South of Mars and north of hell. He just bit the head on a Jimmy Hart action figure.
That doesn't know the difference between a guitar string and a G-string. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's not funny.
Lana, you're in the danger zone. How? Oh my God, I miss Savage so much. You can't write this guy. You cannot write this guy. He is this. Danger zone. Oh my God. Cody told Russo he's not welcomed at All In, as well as called him a homophobe. Interesting. Yo, bro, let me tell you, I had some great ideas for WCW, but bro, standards and practices got in my way, and I wanted to have Lenny Lane perform sodomy. But they wouldn't let me do it because of the damn standards and practices, bro, okay? They were just so uptight and so conservative that they wouldn't let me do this. Well, Vince, who would you have Lenny Lane perform sodomy on? Who else? Hulk Hogan, bro. Would have been great. Difference between a guitar string and a G string. That's awesome. Yes, it is. Instead of the underwhelming tag match with Zeus and Beefcake, would you have had seen Savage Hogan rematch for a title in a steel cage? Honestly, I like the Zeus tag match. We're going to talk more about it. I actually want to do a whole video on Zeus. And I might save it for when Zeus starts popping up on Saturday night's main events. But I actually like the SummerSlam 89 main event. And I'll talk more about that. But and I like the Zeus character. But again, I'll elaborate more when I do the video. Today has been 7 years since Savage's passing. Oh, man. It's kind of appropriate that I'm watching this then. But, yeah, rest in peace, Macho Man. One of probably my number one all-time favorite. He's remarkable. Oh, man, big shot by Honky Tonk. Getting some shots in the gut. Elbow to the back of the head. Savage is in trouble. Irish whip. Savage gets a kick in. Honky goes down. Savage, he's going to drape his neck over the top. Yep. Love that move. Love that move so much. Savage choking. Oh, big knee drop by Savage. Have you listened to 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff yet? Yes, I have. Also, another very strong podcast. I think Bischoff gets a little guarded sometimes, and it's a little convenient, the stuff that he doesn't remember, but it is very fascinating to get his side of the story and to listen to his perspective on things. Oh, big elbow by Savage. Oh, Jimmy Hart is getting in Liz's face. Savage. Yeah, dude. Don't go after Savage's woman. That's going to be a problem for you. Sneak attack by Honky Tonk Man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bobby Heenan is going on quite the sexist rant. Women have no place in pro wrestling. She should be backstage folding socks. Shit. All right, Savage. Back in control. Gets a shot in on Honky Tonk. Quick stinging jabs. Snapmare. Oh, misses a knee drop, though. Cody said, we don't reward failure or something like that. Stay away from our event. I mean, would Russo have even gone? Did he say he was going to go? Oh. Because that's the thing with Russo. Like, I don't think anybody left in the business likes him. Oh, big fist drop by Honky Tonk. Now, those of you who have been watching my live streams, you'll remember I did the episodes of the main event, WrestleMania weekend. And I thought the match that Honky and Savage had on the first main event was actually really good. So, I guess they had good chemistry. Honky Tonk Man now putting the moves in on Liz. Savage gets after him, though. Don't go after Savage's woman. What are you doing? Asking for trouble. Up top. Double axe handle smash from the top. Damn. What feud and match would you rather see? Savage and The Rock or Savage and Kurt Angle? Savage and Rock. The promos. Jesus Christ. I can't even imagine what those two would have been like together on the mic. Oh, Jimmy Hart getting involved. Bobby, he's so great. Jimmy Hart interfering again. Come on, ref. Double axe handle again. Honky Tonk goes down. Jimmy Hart again. Savage and Rock could go out there and cut promos on each other for 2 hours and it'd be the best show ever. Probably. You're in the danger zone, Rocky. Boom, shot on Jimmy. He's out of the ring. Now Honky gets thrown out of the ring. Oh, sunset flip by Honky Tonk. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? No. Jimmy's out cold. Honky Tonk Man's slinking outside the ring. Okay, yeah, the Hart Foundation's out there checking on Jimmy. What's going to be the next what went wrong? I don't want to give it away. It's going to be the next it's going to be in the next couple of weeks when I do it. But yeah, I don't want to give it away yet, but it is coming. It's going to be, I'll say this, it's related to TNA. That's what I'll say. I could watch Savage and Flair's promos all day long. Oh, God, the work they did at WrestleMania 8. Like, the promos after their match were insane. Okay, Honky Tonk and the Hart Foundation are dragging Jimmy to the backstage area. I assume we're going to commercial right now. Savage for president? I wish. God. If Rock is the heel in a feud with Savage, I could see Liz taking a rock bottom. I couldn't because she didn't bump that much. All right, snapmare by Savage. Elbow drop. Yeah, the Hart Foundation's still out there. Wonder what they're going to do. Oh. If you were becoming a wrestler, who would you want to train you? Well, my mindset would be I would want to learn like the psychology of wrestling, not so much the moves. And I think a lot of these guys, they go to these training camps, they learn the moves, but they don't learn how to like put a match together or how to draw the crowd in. And I would want to learn how to do something like what Jake Roberts would do. Somebody like that, like a Jake Roberts or a DDP, like somebody that could teach me like the little nuances of wrestling rather than just the moves. Oh, takedown by Savage. Oh. Honky Tonk's mounting punches in the corner. Come on, Savage. Snapmare. I want to learn the ring stuff from Bret Hart and William Regal. Not bad. Absolutely, those would be great trainers. And the psychology from Jake and Shawn Michaels. Yes, also great places to pull from. All right, Savage is back in it. Big back body drop. Did you hear that Shawn Michaels has taken Velveteen Dream under his wing? I have not heard that. It's like, dude, Dream, you're lucky to get Shawn Michaels to pick you as one of his favorites. Savage is he's just choking and smothering Honky Tonk. Oh, big elbow. Honky Tonk kicked out, but we got a suplex. Suplex by Savage. Rumor has it that Brock Lesnar went to the WWE PC to train with Lars Sullivan. That's interesting. Nice to know Lesnar actually shows up somewhere. Oh, the Hearts are attacking Savage. Referee is distracted by Honky Tonk. Oh, Brett and Neidhart just dropped Savage neck first on the steel guardrail. Oh, Savage is down. Elbow drop by Honky Tonk. 1, 2. Savage kicks out. Shake, rattle, and roll. He's setting up for it. Savage backdrops out of it. Body slam. There you go. Flying elbow. And he gets it. 1, 2, and Bret Hart jumps in to cause the DQ. Now, here's the distinction. I hate it in non-title matches when heels cause a DQ to save somebody because you're not saving somebody. You're costing your guy the match. A loss is a loss. A DQ is a loss. So it's like you're not doing anything. You're just, there goes the referee. But in title matches, it makes sense because you're saving the title. So it's like the last-ditch effort. It's like, all right, you know, the last card to play. It's like, all right, if all else fails, cause the DQ and save the title. And now we've got 3 men beating up on Randy Savage. I think Randy's going to need a little bit of help, don't you guys? Who's available to help Randy Savage? Poor Liz, she can't help. God, Bobby Heenan, she's a woman. Of course she's helpless. Jesus. Oh, now Honky Tonk grabs the guitar. This isn't fair. Will somebody come out and help Randy Savage? Who's going to help Randy Savage? And Honky, he's going to hit him. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, Liz jumps right in front. Oh, man. What a brave woman. How brave. Isn't that sweet? Doesn't that bring a tear to your eye, guys? Look at her. What's Honky going to do? Oh, he's boo! Shoved her down. Her strap broke. Almost had a wardrobe malfunction there. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Actually, no, she hasn't, Vince. But okay, now Liz is running to the back. Where's Liz going? She coming back? Is she going to do anything? Jesus, Heenan is such a dick. It's great, though. And now the Hearts. They've got Randy. They're holding him. And here we go with the guitar. Honky Tonk really stretching this out. And bam! Savage goes down. Okay. God, poor Savage. He's helpless. What's going to happen? Wait, the crowd's cheering. Oh my God, Elizabeth, she's bringing out Hulk Hogan. It's Hulk Hogan to help the Macho Man. Oh God. The Hearts and Honky Tonk, they're beating up on Hogan. I'm surprised we never got Mega Powers versus Hart Foundation now that I think about it. You think they would have done that match? I think they did some 6-man tags at live events and stuff, but we never got like a big televised match. Hogan's fighting back! Now, Savage is back up! Hogan just beat up Bret. Atomic drop. Bret goes flying. Oh, whoa! Hogan and Savage. Hogan and Savage. They just realized What's this? Sticks out the hand. Do it. Shake the hand, Hulk. Shake the hand. Make it happen. Yeah! The birth of the Mega Powers, ladies and gentlemen. My personal favorite moment in the history of Saturday night's main event. Awesome, awesome moment. And the beginning of one of my all-time favorite wrestling storylines of all time. Arguably the best that the WWE ever did. I've said in a previous video, it's either the rise and fall of the Mega Powers or Austin McMahon during the Attitude Era. Those are my two favorite storylines. Awesome, awesome moment. And interestingly enough, the Hart Foundation, they were there, for those of you who watch my live stream with the main events, when Savage turned on Hogan, and Hogan was running around backstage like beating people up and throwing people around looking for Randy, the Hart Foundation was there. So interestingly enough, like Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, they were there for the start of the Mega Powers, and they were there for the end of the Mega Powers. Very interesting. Where's the music for Hogan coming out? I don't know. Like, why didn't they play Real American? It's crazy. How would child you have reacted if you saw this at age 8? I would have lost my goddamn mind. Yeah, I watched it. I was only 2 years old when this happened, so I obviously don't remember it. But if I'd been a kid watching this, I would have lost my fucking mind. It was like Savage and Hogan joining forces. It would have been the craziest thing. Is Hogan going to leg drop Savage? Oh, wait, that's Bash to the Beach, right. But yeah, man, great moment. Great stuff. Love it. Love it. Hulkamania is coming. Yeah, Hogan's going to be defending the title against Sika. What an explosive start to Saturday night's main event. Yeah, try and top that. Is that a machete? What the fuck is Sika holding?
I love it. I love it. Oh, this is going to be so happy. Hogan, you are tired.
All right, Mr. Eugene. Here's the wild Samoan Sika.
Yeah, Hogan took some shots there right before his big title match. Fuji should be happy.
And I train him 4 hours a day.
What was not great were the WCW Mega Powers. Agreed. That didn't go over so well. He loves chicken. That is so gross. That is so gross. Are those like... Okay, stupid question. Are those real chickens, like dead chickens he's biting, or are those props? Either way, it's gross.
And I love it. Ooh, yes, he is ready.
Enough is enough. That's it.
What a savage this Sika is. Hulk Hogan will be meeting a different kind of contender for sure. Mean Gene back with a Hulkster, I believe right now. Mean Gene.
All right, steady by with me right now. Heavyweight champion of the world who has already seen some unexpected ring action tonight. Hulk Hogan involving the Macho Man.
Everybody knows that Hulkamania is the strongest force in the universe. But when the madness and the mania just get together, it was unbelievable. And now that I'm climbing into the jungle, I need to stay hungry. And that's what it's all about in the jungle.
All right, your opponent standing by the ring night right now. Wild Samoan Sika. Hulk, is your head ready going into this match?
I know all about the wild Samoan, how he survives, how he lives. And in the jungle, it's survival of the fittest man. The bigger animals gobble up the little ones. And right now, Sika, now that we're both kings of this jungle so far, I'm hungrier than you are, man. I'm ready to take you, Mr. Kimchi, Mr. Fuji, the whole tribe, and tear them apart.
All right, we've seen how managers can prove to be a distraction. Mr. Fuji tonight in Sika's corner.
Hey, this is my jungle, though, Mean Gene. They crossed the great territorial divide. All my natives, all my Hulkamaniacs are surrounding this jungle zone.
All right.
Jungle zone? Don't you mean the danger zone? Call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone.
Let's go back to you.
All right, Mean Gene, you can bet the Hulkster is pumped up.
God, Sika's graphics sucks. God, like you could tell like which stars got more consideration for their logos. Jungle Zone sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog level. Yeah, it kind of does. Gotta take a stand, it don't help to hide.
Are you kidding me? Hogan has to be sky high for what we just saw him do. With the Macho Man, he just went into the ring a little while ago, trying to kick the tail hard, 900. Everybody in that ring.
Yeah, real American. While I'm wearing a Cobra t-shirt. That's
I'll grant you the Honky Tonk Man and the Hart Foundation when they triple team the Hulkster must have been a little damaged. But can you just imagine the momentum the Hulkster has entering this title event? Well, he's a fool. He listens to the humanoid. He's listening to him. He wants to cheer. He wants to get his adrenaline going. He's ready. He's ready. He's the champion of the world. But believe me, McMahon, physically he's not ready. He just took a beating. He's free. Well, time will tell. I'll grant you this, though. Sika is one of a kind. This man is a consummate savage. Sika, we'll see very little. Wait a minute, he just got the word in charge. Here we go. Two bulls in there.
all right. Collar and elbow tie up. Sika versus Hulk Hogan for the WWF Championship. Sika, Roman Reigns Sr. Yep.
That's an excellent point. Sika.
Did you know Majora's Mask turned 18 recently? Did you like that game? I did. I'm a Legend of Zelda mark, so I did like Majora's Mask. I like the mechanics of reliving the same 3 days over and over again. That worked surprisingly well. When I first bought the game, I was like, man, this could be a disaster, but no, it was actually pretty good. And yeah, so that was unique, and I like that aspect to it. I thought the game was a little too short. I mean, there were only 4 dungeons, and by that point, I was used to having like 10. Oh, Sika misses with a headbutt. Hogan's back. Boom. Boom. Oh, knocked him out of the ring. Favorite and least favorite year in wrestling? That's hard to say because big boot by Hogan. Elbow. And an elbow. It's hard to pick a favorite year because there are certain companies like for example, 96, I like WCW a lot, not so much WWE. But 2000, I really liked WWE, did not like WCW. So it's really hard to pick a favorite year or a least favorite year. I guess my least favorite year would be 2009, where Raw was terrible. SmackDown started off really great, and then they ruined it. Impact wasn't that great. It wasn't a good year. That was the main event Mafia year. 2010, yeah, that was a bad year too. Sika back in control. Oh, he went to ram Hogan into the ring post, but Sika got pushed into it. Oh, Hogan gets the cane from Fuji, tries to hit him with it, but the ref stops him. Is the referee protecting the manager? Going to commercial. The referees are trying to calm Hogan down. The referees get the cane from Hogan, and now Sika versus Hogan resumes. Here we go. Boom. Sika goes into the corner. Hogan with a body splash. But Sika gets the knees up. I've never seen Hogan go for a body splash. He looked graceful on that, too. Yeah, Nexus is one of the biggest missed opportunities. They got over so fast, and then WWE is like, nope, Cena goes over. Fuck you. In no particular order, what are your top 10 favorite heel turns? That is going to be my next top 10 video coming at the end of the month, so I'll save it for them. I'm actually already putting a list together. Oh. Sika choking Hogan. Oh, God. It's like wrenching the cane around Hogan's neck. Do you consider the Montreal Screwjob a heel turn? Not the moment itself. It led to a heel turn with Vince, though. Because it's not like Vince was all of a sudden like a heel overnight. They spent the next few months developing his character into that. Good line, Bobby. I know about lousy counts. I was there at WrestleMania 3. All 10 top heel turns would be the Big Show, right? I could fill a list with Big Show's heel turns. Because Jesus Christ. That dude can't consistently stay. I think he's been a face for the last few years, though, but he's barely on TV. So it's kind of like, you know. Sika's wearing down Hogan with that nerve hold. 1. Raising the arms. 2. It might go down this time, guys. What? Nope. Nope. God, he's kind of like got his hand over Hogan's chest, kind of like Molaram. Come here hot! Come here hot! Oh! Sika gets a shot in Hogan's gut on the comeback. Big headbutt by Sika. Oh, another headbutt. This is a surprise. This is a better match than I expected. This is actually kind of okay. Oh, another big headbutt. 1, 2, and here's the Hulk up. Nope. Nope. That's the sound Hogan makes when he hulks up, at least in my mind. According to Jericho in his book, he says that when Hogan hulks up, he says to himself like, "Hulk up, Hulk up, Hulk up, Hulk up, Hulk up," and a leg drop. 1, 2, it's over. So much for Sika Mania, right? SummerSlam 98 was my first WWF pay-per-view, and now it turns 20 this year. Yeah, I'd feel old too. How do you think I feel? My first was SummerSlam 91. Oh, atomic drop on Kim Chi. Well, I'm assuming it's not a Honky Tonk Man under a mask this time. That Highway to Hell angle was amazing. Yeah, and I love the promotion for it, too. Favorite Hogan promos. My favorite Hogan promo ever was his heel turn promo at Bash to the Beach 96. That was awesome. So Sika versus Hogan was good. It was a solid match. I enjoyed that. Then after the show, Vince pulled Sika aside and said, "Don't worry, we'll make your son the biggest star, bigger than Hogan." I mean, he's trying. God help him, he's trying. Whoop. There's Oliver Humperdinck, who's a babyface, with Paul Orndorff, the recently babyface turned Paul Orndorff, who left the Heenan family. Rosie, good line, good call. The superhero in training. That was one of the most juvenile gimmicks I've ever seen. It's like the fact that they had to spell it out constantly. The S-H-I-T. And it's like, oh my God, this is so stupid. It's so stupid.
You know, I'm tired of lying to myself. Everybody out there knows the way Bobby Heenan manipulates people. He's the type of man that would sell his own mother's soul.
Wait a minute. You seem possessed by devastating or destroying Bobby Heenan. Remember, tonight in the ring, it's King Kong Bundy, not Bobby Heenan.
I'm going to make the fat lady sing the blues.
Hogan's still posing? Shit. Hogan must pose. That King Kong Bundy graphic is awful. And Orndorff's isn't much better. Again, you can tell, like, who got more work put into their graphics. Like, Roddy Piper's is awesome. Hogan's is awesome. Savage's is great. In other news, Relic spelled backwards is killer. Yeah, that's killer backwards.
Apparently, Mr. Bundy, your manager, Bobby Heenan, has opted to stay in the broadcast booth. He will not be in your corner. In my opinion, he is a very foolish man.
Well, first of all, who cares about your opinion? He's not a foolish man. He's got a lot of confidence in his ability and a lot of confidence in my ability.
Remember, the going can get tremendously tough up in that ring, King Kong Bundy. When you go it alone, the Heenan family is not infallible.
Everybody knows the Heenan family is something's going wrong and things are going bad. We stick together. It's a big family, a very big family.
All right.
Now it's time for me to go to the ring, little man, and you to shut up.
Bundy's a dick. Now, Bundy's getting ready to wrap up with the company, so he gets a couple of Saturday Night's Main Event title matches against Hogan, and then that's pretty much the end of him in WWE. And I believe this match was kind of used to kind of get him back into the title picture against Hogan. Didn't Bundy go to WCW after his WCCW after his WWE run? It's a good question. I'm not sure. I know he did some guest spots on Married with Children. All right, here we go. Oh, Orndorff missed a drop kick.
using that enormous weight to his advantage, leading Orndorff a moment ago. Orndorff now kicked to the midsection, and another one. Orndorff trying to battle back this man with this huge individual. Now, does it look like he needs me? Running, pushing Orndorff down to the canvas. Just smashed him like a grape. I don't think there's a smart strategy on your part. Nonetheless, I think the reason you're not at ringside is because of the lack of intestinal.
What went wrong? Taker's 2009 world title win against CM Punk. God. Did I ever do like a full-fledged video on that? And why I hated that so much? Maybe that's something worth doing. Bundy was a pretty fairly prototypical of what big men were like back then, where it's just a big fat guy, but I liked him for what he was. And Bundy's just like killing Orndorff right now. Body slam. And Bundy misses the elbow drop. No, I like the look on Humperdinck there. That was like, okay. Bobby Heenan is telling Vince McMahon to shut up. That's, you can't even imagine that today. Orndorff climbs up, hits an elbow in the head. Bundy goes down. Fist drop. 1, 2. No, Bundy kicks out. During your rebooking WrestleMania series. Yeah, I know I've talked about it a lot. The Punk in 09, but I don't think I ever did like a full-fledged dedicated video to it. It's like why I think it's like the worst thing ever. And it pissed me off so much. Running drop kick from Orndorff. Down goes Bundy. 1, 2. No. Yeah, it's weird. Oh my God, it's Andre the Giant. What's Andre doing here? Another drop kick by Orndorff. Bundy goes outside the ring, but Andre's there to console him. Oh, he's helping his buddy. Remember when you chopped my hair? Remember when you beat me up and cut my hair off? Remember when we were on opposing teams on Saturday Night's Main Event? We're friends now. Yeah. You hate Hogan, I hate Hogan more. Yeah. Okay. Got a lot of commercial breaks here. They're very interesting. A lot of these matches are going I don't want to say they're going long, but it's like it's not often that you see a bunch of Saturday Night's Main Event matches go across commercial breaks. I think all 3 of them have so far. What was that you were saying about Vince hating SD? Oh yeah, yeah. It feels like whenever SmackDown gets any kind of momentum, like Vince does something to ruin it. Like it's like clockwork. It's like, can't you just let the show stay good? What are you doing? And boss. Member. I remember. Orndorff gets another kick in. Orndorff coming back. You know what's weird? With a gimmick like Mr. Wonderful, you wouldn't expect him to work as a babyface, but he surprisingly does. Drops the elbow. There you go. Do you think Reigns will take the title from Lesnar? I'm at a point where I'm begging for Reigns to take the title from Lesnar just so we don't have to see that match anymore. Like, just do it and get it over with. Jesus Christ. Oh, misses another elbow. Oh, man. Hip toss. Not the best hip toss, but a hip toss. Knee drop by Bundy. 1, 2, no.
Andre looking on. Get a side to that hand. As big as Bundy is, Andre even dwarfs Bundy. You got it right there, Pat. I beg your pardon. You got it right there, pal. Bundy.
Worst world championship reign, Lesnar. I would put Jinder Mahal over him, but, you know. Pat Patterson told a story about Andre mooning an old couple in a van. That's funny. That's funny. All right. Orndorff's fading. Nope, no, the arm won't go down. Ooh. Oh, misses with the avalanche. Orndorff has a shot. All right, throws Bundy into the corner. Irish whip. Reversal by Bundy. Orndorff goes into the corner. Andre, oh! Andre holds Orndorff in the corner. Avalanche by Bundy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, worst title reign. Lesnar is Universal Champ or Hogan is WCW Champ? I'd say Lesnar. Well, yeah, Hogan is WCW Champ. That wasn't great either. I'm going to say Lesnar's is worse because at least Hogan with the Dungeon of Doom, that stuff was funny bad, and I enjoyed it for how bad it was. Even at age 10, I'm like, oh my God, this is so stupid. It's great. Yeah, but Lesnar, I'm just bored at this point. Okay, now this, what you just saw right here, this began kind of the build-up to Survivor Series where Andre was putting his team together with Bundy, one-man gang, Rick Rude, Butch Reed, and Hogan was getting guys, ultimately would get Orndorff, Bam Bam, who were both managed by Humperdinck at the time. Oh, the Hart Foundation, they don't like that Jimmy got knocked out. Meanwhile, at the Dungeon of Doom, Hart Foundation versus the Young Stallions for the tag titles.
So sweet. So innocent. Yes. This is the type we like to punch and slap around.
You guys are sick. You're all sick. You are a medical.
Everyone's sick.
That I love. I have nothing more than to say to you.
Oh, good riddance.
Let's get out of here, man. Paul, you talk about being unprofessional, Mr. G. Because you don't like somebody's comment, you throw the mic down. If I was your boss, pal, you'd be doing the farm and market reporting.
They sabotaged Lesnar's matches to get Reigns over, and it failed. Even Heyman himself said that if Samoa Joe versus Lesnar happened only 2 years ago, it would have been these great 20-plus minute matches. Yeah, probably. Hogan recruited Mr. Wonderful. Weren't they feuding like 6 months prior? Yeah, but Orndorff is a face now, and all faces are friends. Clearly. These are the rules, man. Are the Young Stallions Italian words? Paul Roma, the mania meets the madness. It's Paul Roma and Jim Powers. I don't. So yeah, little bit of an Italian thing going there. All right, tag titles. I believe this is the last match, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. You want to hear something crazy? At Clash of Champions that we watched earlier, we had Arn Anderson versus Paul Orndorff, and I thought that match was kind of meh. I actually enjoyed the Orndorff King Kong Bundy match, so we have a situation where I enjoyed a King Kong Bundy match more than I did an Arn Anderson match. watch everybody rage over that statement. But I think what happened there was a case of Anderson and Orndorff are too similar, and their styles are too similar to each other, and it just didn't click. Whereas Orndorff and Bundy, they're so different that they were able to create a more interesting dynamic. Sunset flip. 1, 2, no. The young Italian stallions, yeah. Why didn't Hogan main event? Well, I've talked about this before in Saturday night's main event. Typically, the shows would be front-loaded because that was the reasoning was that was where they were going to have the largest audience. Because keep in mind, these shows were taking the place of Saturday night's main event or Saturday Night Live, and those shows would go pretty late. So they wanted to make sure it's like, all right, people are tuning in at whatever time it started at, like 10 or 11 or whatever, and give them the stuff they're here to see early on, so they don't have to stay up till however long just to see the main event or whatever. So that was the logic behind it. So you'll notice it with a lot of the Saturday night's main events, like the Hogan match will be the first or second match on the show, and that's why. You also enjoyed a Miz match more than an AJ Styles Nakamura match a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I did. It's weird, right? Very weird. Dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. Oh, shot to the back by the Hitman. Maybe they should start doing that with Reigns so people don't leave early. Ouch. Ouch. Burn. Also kind of true. God, Jim Power, he looks so much like Tito in this. So I keep like a couple of times I'd be like, oh my God, that's Tito. I'm like, no, it's not. It's Jim Powers. Now, oddly enough, at Survivor Series, the Young Stallions and the Killer Bees would be the sole surviving teams in the big, like, 10 versus 10 tag team Survivor Series match, which is really weird. It's like on a face team that included Strike Force, the British Bulldogs, and who's the other team? I'm trying to remember. I forget. But it was, yeah, it was Bulldogs and friggin' Strike Force, and then it's like the surviving teams are the Young Stallions and the Killer Bees. It's like, all right. Tag was made to Roma. Rude should definitely be a heel. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, him like being a dancing idiot, no. That undermines him and his skill set and his character so much. Why wasn't Bumblebee Man helping the Killer Bees? Because the Killer Bees predate Bumblebee Man. All right, heart attack. There we go. It's over. 1, 2, 3. Hearts win it. That was short but sweet. Short but sweet. Not great or anything, but it was fine for what it was. Now here we go, a Psycho Hogan and Macho Man promo.
The madness, not the mania. I am talking about Macho Madness and Hulkamania, 2 mega powers beating here.
Shake the hands.
What is happening?
Well, you know, me, Gene, we really don't know what we're dealing with here, man. And I'm just kind of a little worried about locking up here. Because we just might blow the whole planet up, you know.
We just might blow the planet up.
It's the strongest force in this universe. But when I hit that ring, and I saw what the madness was all about, I realized there was a whole other universe out there. The
biggest thing that annoys me about WWE right now is the booking of Strowman. Strowman should probably have already been champion and should probably be the guy that dethrones Lesnar, but it's not going to happen. So.
Long period of time, yeah. Rick must have been in us what it used to be, yeah. Listen, Rick opened up my eyes. The big man right here, the big man, yeah. He endorsed Macho Man this and he gave me direction.
Mega Powers versus Roman in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Roman goes over. Probably. Yeah, the Mega Powers, yeah. The Mega Powers.
I'm all right. They've never been better. Yeah, don't you worry about the hit over the head, man. I'm just worried about where we're going from here. Isn't this stratosphere, man? Isn't the ionosphere with the madness and the mania as one guiding force? We could go ahead and take the whole. I cannot believe this.
Wow. I am shocked that they never got the tag titles. Like, if this were happening today, they totally would have gotten the tag titles at some point. Strowman is teaming up with all the smiley baby faces for no good reason. Yeah, I know. I know. It's like he's a face now, so we got to make him a goofball. Those are the rules. And now we get the pile driver music video. Oh, sweet Jesus. That'll be the wonderful cherry on top of the sundae here. Billy Jack Haynes was still there at this point? Jesus.
No, I can't imagine that. I'd rather watch this video than listen to your lousy voice for one more second. Let's take you now to the world premiere of Pile Driver.
Pile driver. A lot of jackhammers and sweaty guys. Bit of a homoerotic overtone to the whole thing. Aren't pile drivers banned now? Yes, they are. There's Coco. Honky Tonk looks perturbed. Like he's not having any of this shit. There's Superstar Billy Graham. Don Morocco. Why is Hogan smiling at... we poured cement all over that guy, brother. Now there are two hookers walking across. There's Vince. Oh my God, this is hilarious. I love that they're singing Pile Driver and they just showed a clip of a suplex. Strowman versus Lesnar at No Mercy could have ended with Braun putting Lesnar through the ring. And after a long build-up, Braun could have taken the title at WrestleMania. Instead, he loses to 1F5. Yeah, I know. Reigns matters more. Have you heard the rumor of Enzo possibly going to Impact Wrestling? I mean, he's on the market, so, and he was cleared of all charges. Why are there so many hot women walking across this construction yard? That look on Vince's face, that's GIF-worthy right there. And they love to torture their boss for some reason. Like the foreman is apparently... He's in an outhouse or like, you know, a porta potty. And it's like, yeah, we're going to torture him and lift him in a forklift or whatever. Damn.
Hulk Hogan, 7'5", 500 pounds of the greatest athlete you ever saw, the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. I told you I was the brain. I was in the ring. I told you here. And what about the Mr. Wonderful Power Orndorff matchup? I was all over the place. I told you the brain had a surprise. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Some of you guys, wait.
I believe we're done.
By the way, for those few of you who are wondering, it's okay. And that's more than I can say for Bobby the Brain. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about me at all, pal.
Bobby Heenan really went off on one. Okay, and that concludes the 12th Saturday night's main event. Very good show. I really enjoyed it. Really the main highlight and the main reason to check it out is the Mega Powers formation, which is awesome, and I love it. But the rest of the show was surprisingly solid, too. I thought Sika versus Hogan was a surprisingly good match. Bundy and Orndorff was a solid match that had Andre's return, which was really well done. And the tag title match was filler, basically, but not bad. And for some good old-fashioned 80s cheese, you get the pile driver music video. So there's that. So overall, very entertaining episode. I really liked it. Are you watching these shows in order? And do you only do it on Sunday? No. Well, yes, I am doing the shows in order. I do them on the weekends, typically on Saturday morning, but it depends on my schedule and what I'm this is actually later than I typically do them. Typically, I'll do it either Saturday morning or Sunday morning. And this is the latest I've ever done one. So I've done a few on Saturday night. So it really just depends on my schedule and what I'm doing. So thank you all for joining me. This was another very fun stream. Really enjoyed Saturday night's main event there. So that was really good. With the conclusion of the 12th Saturday night's main event, we are now officially 1/3 of the way through all the Saturday night's main events and all of the Clash of Champions. So, yeah, we're 1/3 of the way there, guys. So this live stream series is keeping going. Thank you all for once again joining me. Yeah, glad you all seem to be enjoying it. So that is all I have for you now. I'm going to have more videos lined up later in the week, so be on the lookout for those. But y'all enjoy whatever's left of your weekend. There ain't much left, but enjoy what's left of your weekend, and I will see you all next week. So peace out.